Good morning. Let's see, what sign are we going to start with? What sign are we going to start with? All right, Taurus, we'll start with y'all. You may need to charge or recharge, do something for yourself. You could be looking at your investments. It's like, okay, well, I only want to spend this much. Maybe you're on a budget. There's some type of institution, system, school, court. There's something that you're on the fence about when it comes to your investments. All right, well, let's see what's going on for Taurus. You could be trying to give strength to some type of tradition. But at the same time, you're trying to communicate with boundaries because there is a clear separation and or issue that's going on. But you still want to be able to feel like you're able to work as a team or get things to go and be practical. There could be two women that's around you. The air sign woman, this could be a Libra or a Virgo. This person feels like they're going through some type of surrendering, or they have to let something go in order to see something in a new perspective. They also feel like they have to let go of a situation because of a water sign woman. But there's also an earth sign woman, maybe even a Sagittarius. And it seems like they recognize something towards themselves. They made a decision, and or they're going to be recognized for a decision that they made. Somebody's going to have a decision and or be able to make a move. And somehow they're going to separate you from something that you thought that you wanted. Because maybe now you want to take an offer and or collaborate with someone else. And maybe you're going to want them to adapt and or figure out, okay, well, can you sacrifice something and or release something? Because you're coming in now, you're going to want them to adapt to something that you want. And I don't think that that's going to happen. Or flip the roles. Okay, Taurus, what else? You could be moving forward. There's something that you're releasing and or letting go. Even if you feel like you spent a lot of time and or money on it, it just led to a scandal. It just led to something that you just had to get out of. This doesn't have to be a relationship, but this could be like, okay, well, I've been in this job, this industry for a while. I spent money getting degrees, or I spent money doing this. It's just time to let it go. You also could be moving away from a friend or somebody that you've known for a while. And you could be disappointed in this because of who they decided to be a part of. Maybe they was a part of some type of third party, or they were gossiping, they were overindulging or doing something too much, or they were have you investing in things that you shouldn't be doing, that you know you should have walked away from. But maybe you were spying in or waiting on somebody else to communicate to you about some type of change, and you felt, okay, well, I can just balance this out until then. There could be a Pisces, Aquarius, a Libra, a Scorpio, Aquarius, or a Virgo that's around. Somebody's trying to smoothly move forward when it comes to someone in their family, especially if they have kids. They're going through some type of transition right now because they feel like they need some type of security, and or they're trying to block someone else from communicating or saying something that's going to put them in some type of fear or worry. So you could be dealing with someone that, you know, wants to date you and or talk to you or just have some type of fun, but you're going to have to walk away from this person. They could have walked away from something that was once stable and they're still trying to recover from it. There also could be a past insecurity that's going to stabilize, or something that you feel like has been coming up and you've been having to be patient with. You feel like something was a burden. You wanted to look successful. You felt like, okay, well, although I have some type of foundation, it's been taking a lot to hold it. It's like a homeowner. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I like for people to know that I own my own house or I own my own thing. But it takes a lot of work or a lot of finances to keep it stable. So you need to be patient with some type of insecurity when it comes to you making a hard choice when it comes to it. If you got to go back to an apartment, you got to go back to an apartment. Somebody also may be pregnant. And this may not be the best relationship, whoever it is that's pregnant. But they could be fixated on reconciling this relationship or making sure something grows while the other person feels like, all right, I haven't found none since I can do something by myself, or we can do something individually. Somebody's already planning for something to be a challenge while the other person wants to work on it. What does this have to do with you? You could be trying to support one other person. You are. Maybe you feel like, okay, well, they have a little segue to be stable, or they have something for themselves, but you're trying to help them develop something that's more secure. It's like, okay, well, yeah, they got this car, but it doesn't really work that well, so I'm trying to help them get another car. I'm trying to help them do something. You're trying to help someone. You also could be supporting somebody's business, and that's going to help them become stable. This could be another earth sign. Maybe somebody's been having to juggle and or adapt. And they knew that there was going to be some type of rest or a restart, but they were confused in or when or who the person was that was going to help them all of a sudden. And then you come through with some type of offer, and or you just want to have a compassion for them because you're sad about this other person that you were dealing with, and you thought that led to some type of conflict when y'all dating, or because they were dating somebody else that they told you that they were putting their guard up against and they wasn't. All right, so somebody was lying to you. Okay, let's figure out what else we got for Taurus. This will be time stepped, so you can go back on YouTube to watch it if you somebody around you is only in it for the sex. Let's see, who is this? This may be somebody that's about to speak to you. Yeah, they actually are in it for the sex. All right, this could be a Cancer, a Leo, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Capricorn. It's just for the sex. Okay, so if you're trying to adapt to something, say, oh, well, maybe this could be a wish fulfillment. Maybe we can create something out of here. This could go to a relationship and progress. It's not going to happen. Okay. All right, who's not happy for you, or who's not happy with you or around you, Taurus? This could be a fire sign. This could be an Aquarius. This could be a Virgo, or it could be you, Taurus. Somebody feels like they invested in an opportunity or property or in someone, thinking that it was going to turn into something substantial. They feel like they could work on it and or be diligent in it, but it just caused them to lose money and or feel chaotic. Especially if this is an earth sign or an air sign. But they also have to support some type of clarity all of a sudden because they feel like they carried a burden or they created a burden. And people are going to walk away, or they're trying to walk away from the system, or they're trying to get out of a case. They're trying to get out of something. And this don't have to be criminal. This could be like a CPS case. They're trying to get out of a financial case. There's something they're trying to get out of. But there's going to be some truth that comes out. And this is going to cause a burden all of a sudden because somebody's going to feel blocked. Okay. When it comes to this fire sign that's not happy, they could be heartbroken because they feel like they've separated from somebody who's holding back from them. And this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be somebody in their family. It's just somebody that they had a relationship with and they feel like the burden of telling the truth, but because they feel like they supported some type of work or they supported something for someone to get something. And it feels like their collaboration or whatever they feel like they did is slowing down. So it's like, oh, well, I helped you do this and now you don't really care to talk to me, or now you don't really care to do something, or somebody could be trying to guilt trip somebody because they don't want to do something. Okay. Who's disappointed, Taurus? This could be a Virgo, or you're going to be disappointed in them. This could be an Aries. Heavy on the Virgo and or a Taurus, a Gemini. There could be an investigation. Somebody could overspend when it comes to their finances. There's some type of debt and or lack of stability when it comes to like their home, their finances. There's something that's going on. And if you look into it, you'll see it. It's like, oh, the only thing you gotta do is look up somebody's history or look up somebody's name, and you'll see like, damn, this person really is unstable, or they really have all this stuff in their name, or whatever the case may be. And you could be trying to figure out if you want to get married to this person. There also could be an investigation because somebody works in like finances. Let's say they do taxes, or maybe they ain't been filing their taxes. There's something like that that's going on that's being investigated. Somebody could have got some type of chunk of change that they weren't supposed to get, some type of money. And they celebrated this and then they overindulged with it as well. They could have tried to hide it from someone that they felt like, okay, well, I can walk away and just kind of leave you out and you have to figure it out on your own. Some system is about to clear this up as well. Somebody also could be secretly disappointed because they feel like they don't have any type of stability with the person that they want to hold on to. Maybe you walked away from somebody. You're like, okay, well, I got to block this and I just have to be happy and just kind of keep going with my own traditions or the way that I have something set up. This could be a marriage that you walked away from or a job. Somebody was doing too much and or spending too much of your money or too much of your time, and you didn't see how much debt or whatever they was doing secretly or what they had to build up, and you're like, okay, it's going to cause you too much to work through it. They even could have dealt with somebody else. They gave somebody an opportunity that they shouldn't because they were trying to figure out what they were doing with them. So you had to walk away from someone even though you're disappointed in the situation of why. Okay. Somebody around you could relapse. This could be a Scorpio. This could definitely be a water sign if they're not a Scorpio. This also could be a Virgo or a Gemini. Somebody has some type of fear right now. And although they're coming off, it's like, okay, well, I can still support myself. I can still do something as long as I'm doing something slow and steady and making sure that I'm learning and or adapting. There's some type of emotions about what they either already paid for or what's coming and what action they're going to have to take. They're preparing for some type of resource, and so that way they can balance something out and or be patient in the point in time that they got to take some type of action regarding some type of conflict. It's like, all right, well, dang, if I do got to go to court or if I do got to go to jail, let me make sure I have enough money saved in case I need bond money. Let me make sure I have a contact person. Let me make sure I already have something arranged and or aligned. There also could be some type of concern because someone has a child already and maybe they're about to discover that someone else that they were giving into is about to send them a message, and that could be a conversation that they don't want to have. Somebody's going to say, okay, well, how can we, offer to end this? Or how can we get out of this situation? And somebody's going to be like, oh, well, why do you want to do that? Why is that your first thing to go to? Or it's going to be a conversation about a child. Okay. All right. Who needs to divide and conquer? If you're dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Pisces, is it going to work with the Pisces? Yes. Will it work with the Aquarius? Yes. The Libra? No, absolutely not. The Gemini? Yes. If it's another Taurus? Maybe. It depends on how they feel like they can move the situation or fix it. All right, so FYI, when it comes to it, there's an ex around, and maybe they're going to have to go through some type of karma. Something's going to make them be humble and sit down about a situation. This could be happening all of a sudden. Yep, they're going to feel some type of burden, okay? And they're going to have to carry the responsibility and or figure out how to lighten the load. And through this process, they may not be sleeping and or they're trying to get out of some type of depression because of it. Somebody's conflicted because they either have to make a decision and or there's a new face that's forcing them out of some type of manipulation. They're going to have to change. So you may see and or just hear about somebody going through some type of karma. All right, let's move on. That was Taurus. Let's go to Gemini. If you missed your segment, you can rewatch it on YouTube later. What's going on with Gemini? Something about 46, 10, 2, 64. Maybe you're trying to get new sizes for something. I mean, you could be Christmas shopping, but it's like, okay, well, I need a bigger size for this, or I need to make sure I have enough room for something, or maybe you're doing measurements. Like you're trying to get the spacing for something. Somebody could be writing a paper or having to write something or do some type of official paperwork. Okay, so right now it feels like you have a good energy. You have some type of potential when it comes to something that you're trying to do. But at the same time, you're kind of keeping your eyes out on some type of chatter and or disappointment or if something's going to create a burden. You're trying to follow your heart right now when it comes to something that you feel responsible for that you need to get completed. But there's somebody around you that's causing some type of mental back and forth that you need to go ahead and get rid of. Who is this person? It's like, okay, do I really do this? Do I really not? You need to get rid of this Libra, this Pisces, this Scorpio, this Capricorn. Let him go. Let it go. Somebody invested in a situation so that way there could be some type of disagreement and or disappointment, and or they can change some type of relationship, but they just create a burden on themselves because as they sit back and look back, it's like, okay, well, they don't really have a desire for the same person. They actually desire this water sign and or this fire sign who's more stable. So somebody could have been trying to trigger someone and they're not triggered by it because that's not even what they wanted. You also may have some type of energy to communicate with someone. This could be a water or a fire sign. They could have a really good job or a new job, but this may create a burden because somebody is going to either block you and or there's going to be some type of blockage when it comes to their relationship that they need to change. So this person ain't it. You have to let them go. There also could be an offer coming in from a Capricorn, Aquarius, a Libra, or a Scorpio. It's giving small potatoes. There also could be someone that wants to reconcile with you because they feel like you look good. Again, you need to have some type of self-respect when it comes to people that you're giving into. I don't think it's any of them. When will you find somebody that you actually should date? Masculine. Feminine. So, feminine may be Libra season. Masculine, it could be Libra season or Virgo season. So, give it some time. You're going to have to ignore somebody. You're going to have to ignore people. It just is what it is. Because people feel like you have some type of success or just something that's about you. And they feel like they can shake something up by getting in a relationship with you for themselves and make them happy. But they're going to be in and out of this. They also could be sleeping with other people. There could be somebody that's trying to come back. This could be this water sign or this air sign. And if they're not trying to come back to you, they're trying to come back to the person that you were sleeping with, that you knew that they had a family with. And you were disappointed because maybe you thought that there was a lot of conflict and that, you know, this wasn't going to be a scandal, but it was. You put yourself in a third party. Okay, so now that there's some type of scandal coming out, you may feel like, okay, well, you were manipulated, but somebody could be online or somebody could be doing something online and trying to get you to work with them and or confused or in your feelings because of a situation. So you may have to unplug when it comes to that too. I don't know what that's about, Gemini. Hey. All right, let's see what else we got for you. You may realize that somebody's fake. This could be somebody of the same sex as you. Someone sees you as single, sexy, and self-sufficient, but they're not trying to tell you right now because they're only in it for the sex. Somebody could be offering you a drink. Be careful because somebody could be dealing with someone young. I'm not saying that they're a pedophile. Who is this? Who's dealing with someone young? This could be a water sign, a Taurus, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius. Heavy on the Sagittarius. So, or they could be using their child as manipulation. Yeah, they're heartbroken because of some type of separation. And it feels like, okay, well, if I'm going to be in some type of pain and we're going to go through some type of divorce, I'm going to do the extreme. I'm going to do the most to cause some type of issue. So you could be dealing with somebody or walking into a situation with somebody that's not even good. Chill out on that. Somebody could be getting readings on you. Or this is you, Gemini, doing this. So, the person that's getting readings on you, this could be another Gemini that's secretly randomly crying. This could be an Aquarius, a Pisces, an Aries, or a Libra. All right, let's see what they want to know. Why they in your business? What they want to know about Gemini. If you're heartbroken, if you're going through some type of trauma with your family, why you separated from your family or why it seems like you're alone. And if so, there's some type of unexpected pregnancy that somebody in your family is dealing with. They want to know if you didn't create some type of situation because of some type of insecurity. And or if you feel suffocated due to some type of manipulation. Somebody wants to know if you're hurting. They do, because they feel like you have some type of system and or some type of wisdom. You're able to share your knowledge and or conform to a situation and they don't see and or know how. You could definitely have a Libra, a Gemini, a Taurus, a Leo, a Taurus, a Libra, a Leo, or a Pisces that's in your business. Heavy. Okay, so FYI when it comes to that. If they're not actually paying for readings on you, they're cross-watching readings. Somebody may ask you how you found out about a situation. Who is this? This could be a Pisces. This could be a Capricorn and or a Gemini. A Leo. Somebody felt like, okay, well, I was being positive and or happy when it comes to relationship, but secretly they was emotionally disappointed, but they feel like they can overcome this issue and or regain control and move forward. You also could have, somebody could ask you like, well, how did you know that I was disappointed in some type of release, or why somebody decided to move on? It's like somebody moved on from a pregnancy or moved on from a situation. It's like, oh, how did you know that I was pissed off? Or how did you know that that's what was going on behind the scenes? Okay. All right. Who's randomly crying? Something about the timeline or time frame could be important. Like people could be annoyed that, oh, well, my time or your time or something like time could be important. All right, this could be a Cancer, a Taurus, a Capricorn, heavy on the Capricorn, a Virgo, heavy on the Virgo. Somebody could be randomly crying. Why? Somebody's conflicted on their finances and or their success right now. And or if they can do something on their own. They also could be in some type of fight over somebody and or their success. And they're trying to adapt to it. Somebody's fighting their own success. So pick a story. Either somebody's conflicted because it's like, damn, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get my own home or get my own system or get something for myself. Somebody's also like, okay, dang, I can do something for myself, but I don't know how to make it systematic. And so now I'm stopping myself and trying to adapt. Or somebody is conflicted because they feel like they're fighting for another person who has some type of money and they got somebody else pregnant. So depending on who you know, the story's a little bit different. Because it could be about somebody's job. It could be about somebody's home and or where they rest. And or it could be about a relationship and how somebody's moving forward. Okay. All right. What else for Gemini? You could be moving away from a community. This could be happening before the next fall. Is this a good thing? Will you enjoy this? It will give you some type of peace. You can relax until it happens. Maybe in the process, you're going to feel like things is kind of like not working in your favor or it's kind of going against you. You may feel like this was a poor financial decision until you actually finish the transformation and you get through it and you'll be like, okay, it is what it is. You also need to sit back when it comes to you working with someone. You could be trying to go through a transformation right now and you feel like, okay, well, something isn't stable when it comes to my finances or a business decision that I was trying to create and or grow, but you're trying to be patient throughout it. You need to give it at least until next Scorpio season. There's going to be some type of restart and or decision that you'll be able to make. And something will pick up once you do. But something that's not working right now because you need to go through some type of transformation. You could be traveling or there could be some type of decisions about if you're planning something. There could be some type of discovery. And you're being patient when it comes to this because someone, a Leo, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, an Aries, a Scorpio, whoever this is, they were doing something out of ego. And now there's a judgment that's made, and maybe, I don't know, if you got to pick up the pieces or you get some type of message about this. And now all of a sudden somebody wants to take responsibility and or turn it in a leaf when it comes to it. But they're going to already be broke at this point in time. So it's like, okay, well, now somebody wants to be genuine and have a real relationship with you, Gemini, but they don't really have nothing else to offer. And it's either now their credit gets fucked up or now they got a record or now they got a, it's something that's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to do that. Somebody also could be moving away from the LGBTQA community. It's like, okay, well, yeah, initially I was thinking about this, but I don't really want to. They could be they could already have a child. And it's like, you know what? This could be somebody that likes to ride until their brakes need to be fixed, or they could be fixing brakes or something about their car or brakes could be important. Who's moving away from the LGBTQA community? And this may make you sad. All right, so this could be a Libra. This could be a Virgo. Somebody could be triggered by this. This could be you, Gemini. This could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Taurus, oh, an Earth sign, a Leo, a Libra, a Virgo. All right. You're going to realize that somebody is not as self-sufficient as you thought that they were. All right, who needs to fix their car? This could be a Virgo, a Leo, a Libra. Heavy on a Libra. Okay, to repair something as it breaks, not early. The answer is no if you had a question. All right, what's the no about? Watch your temper. Something wasn't a small mistake. Something wasn't just a regret. And this may make you irritated or it make you have some type of worry and or anxiety. Example, it's like, damn, if this person really did this to their kids, or this person really did this to their own family and I'm pregnant, what does that mean? Or if it really happened to them and I'm about to go through the same situation. It's like you're in court and you hear somebody read off your exact charges and they go to jail and it's like, damn, am I about to go through the same thing or something like that? Maybe this is what's going on with somebody that you're dealing with. Also, somebody feels like, okay, well, don't sweat the small stuff. We can kind of get through this as long as we have the mental force to get through it. Absolutely not. Somebody's trying to soothe you into some type of big mess and or complications. You're going to get into this relationship and realize that you're going to be interconnected and or you're going to have to be, you know, dead on when it comes to it every single time. It's going to exhaust you for sure. You may end up being checked out of the relationship and feel like, okay, well, I'm married, but I'm alone in this relationship. Somebody has a relationship with a Pisces, a Capricorn, a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, or a Pisces. And they feel like, okay, well, this is complicated right now. I don't really know where this is going. So it's unlikely for them to make you the person that they're going to give you a ring to. It's just like they got something else that's going on. And they feel like this other person is practical and or is prepared for a situation. So it's like, okay, well, if I can be faithful to this person or if I can make them see me a certain type of way, can we have some type of intense joy? Can we get back to, you know, anything that we're evil, we can get over it? They keep really trying to sleep with this person. There's something, be careful if you're sleeping with them, because although it feels good, they feel like they may be thinking about something that may be a wish granted. I'm going to give you what I got. They could be thinking about something else or somebody else when it comes to the finale and or the outcome of y'all engagement. I don't know. Okay. Anything else for Gemini before we move on? All right, so somebody is struggling. You could be going viral. Congratulations. Get out your emotions when it comes to a situation. Somebody wants to be in their life. Somebody wants you to be in their life, okay? Prepare for a test. They are a fake friend. You could be looking for a new job, but accept things as they are as you do so. All right, who's going viral? This could be a Virgo. This could be a Pisces, heavy on the Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Capricorn. Okay, who's struggling? This could be a Taurus. This could be a Cancer. You could call on, it's like, oh, I caught on to that. Or it's like, oh, I could have caught that or something like that. A Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, heavy on the Scorpio. A Leo, a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Cancer, and a Gemini. Somebody is struggling. Okay. Don't put up with bad clients. There could be a water sign or a fire sign. And this person could be coming off very pushy and or demanding. Maybe they're trying to figure out some type of information about a relationship. There's some type of sadness or disappointment. They also may not want to be honest about they're the reason why something ended, or, you know, how somebody pushed back on a boundary. Something like that. Okay, who's the fake friend for Gemini? All right, this could be a Sagittarius. This could be a Capricorn, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Taurus. Okay, so heavy on the Pisces, air sign or earth sign. They're a fake friend. Or they may see you as one. All right. Y'all both have options. Will y'all make it throughout these options? And it's a chance that y'all won't make it because y'all both got options. And it seems like there's an inability to commit, whether you or them, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign or a water sign. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to happen. When it comes to this test, you know, how bad is it going to be? It may make you a little hot-tempered and or insecure about if something's going to be practical or how you're going to be able to heal a situation. It's going to definitely tap into your emotions and or some type of sadness. It's up to you if you decide to stay stagnated and or if you work through it. But the moment that you decide to work through it, there's something that picks up and you figure out how to get through it. If you trust yourself, it ain't that bad. It didn't give a lot of work. It's giving us a lot of emotional and mental things that you'll have to get through when it comes to this test. All right. Let's move on. Somebody needs to seek a professional, not Google or your family. If you have something posted in your draft, you need to go ahead and get it posted. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we got for y'all. You could be eating a lot of takeout. Maybe you're going somewhere new. So, okay, I need to put this address in my GPS, or you're going to go try to visit someone. So, oh, let me just take something over there. This could be someone that you have family with, or say, oh, can we just meet up at a public place and talk about a situation? What's going on with you, Cancer? Maybe there's somebody that you want to talk to. You're conflicted right now. You could be watching somebody, or there's somebody that you feel like, okay, well, dang, I know where they live, or I know something about them, or I want to figure out if I can go, or something's going to be complicated if I talk to this person. You feel like there's somebody in between that's very in and out of their lifestyle, but you feel like this person is very attractive, or they feel like this about you. You also could be conflicted about your passion, or it's like, okay, well, is this going to be just seen as a hobby, or is this going to be something that's going to actually be supported? Maybe this is based off of past fear and or emotion. There also could be a friend around you that kind of have you like, you're not sure. If this is not a friend, this could be like a parent. This could be someone around you. You also don't need to be sleeping with somebody in your past. Okay, even if they want a relationship right now, this is going to be something that they're trying to tempt you into. Have some type of strength, have some type of balance for it. Okay, they see you a certain type of way, yes, but this is just a cycle. Balance this out. There's also going to be some type of balance in something that you feel like you've been going through, either with your family or just something that's been causing you to have a lot of patience. Something's going to stabilize, so congratulations. Maybe you're getting a home, or maybe you're doing something for your family. You also may have somebody in your family, like a son or somebody who's going into the justice system or in front of the courts, and they're trying to be patient right now and strengthen some type of relationship of their past. So that way they can be in and out, or they can have some type of possibility that it's some type of conflict, or it's like, okay, well, as long as I'm on good terms with my baby mom or my baby dad or whoever this is, then whenever I go to court, I can tell them that, everything is all good. I can show them that, okay, here's some pictures, here's the things of us having a good time or whatever. They're trying to make this the best case scenario. They may feel like, okay, well, I have some type of finances, I can make something a wish fulfillment. They feel like they have some type of things that's going to help them, but they may not have the energy that they need to, and somehow this is going to create some type of burden if they haven't been doing something that they need to. They no longer desire somebody that you know that they were working with and or dealing with, and so they're trying to adapt to this. But they feel the burden of having to pay for something by themselves or having their own. So this is having them attached to some type of regret and or sadness. They also could have some type of karmic situation with an air sign that they regret. And they feel like this was some type of temptation, or this was just something that they could, I don't know, somebody could have been looking on something that they shouldn't have been. I don't know. But somebody could be teasing them or tempting them online, or it's like, okay, well, I'll post this online, or this is how they met this person online. I don't know. Somebody has some type of appetite to change the situation. They're trying to look at the bigger picture, but at the same time, they regret being attached to someone who they feel like caused the burden. They feel like, okay, well, yes, I have some type of finances, but I'm losing money, or I'm losing something by the day. And so they're trying to get committed very quickly. What does this have to do with you, Cancer? Okay, so either you're the person that they want the routine with, or they're going to breadcrumb, or you're watching this person. And so, again, somebody could have been a part of the LGBTQA community, or they done tried something at least once. I don't know. Maybe this is you. It's a water sign card. But anywho's, you could be watching them in confusion. It's like, okay, I don't know what routine you're got. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't really understand the bigger picture. And you could be trying to help them heal and or move forward. You also could be confused in your head because there's an earth sign around you that decided, like, okay, well, I want to have some type of happiness and or optimism by traveling or moving forward when it comes to a situation. Maybe there was also some type of highlight or something that was put into the spotlight by this about this fire or this water sign. This fire sign, water sign couple, or this fire sign, this water sign, earth sign couple. Maybe you're secretly in your head when it comes to this because either you want to reconcile with this person or you felt like you renewed some type of isolation of them. So that way they can discover some type of decision. It's like you help someone push someone else out their life. It's like, okay, well, I told them don't go back to that person. I told them to reconsider all these other things and whatever and go to someone else. You could even push somebody out for their family member, right? So let's say Cancer, somehow you're the new girlfriend, the new boyfriend, or whoever. And you're like, oh yeah, don't talk to your sibling, don't talk to your mom, don't talk to your. You could have pushed somebody off of someone else for whatever reason. All right, what else is going on? Somebody's gonna have a post-baby snapback, so congratulations on your little one. You just had a baby. Maybe somebody's having some type of a grandkid too. All right, there could be a masculine that's bitter. He's very bitter, actually. He doesn't know how to troubleshoot and or identify his emotions. Yes, you can go back to school if you've been thinking about it, even if you feel like something's going to be unstable. There's a Taurus that's around you that want to give you some type of comfort, but there's also a cover story that's going on, and something will be identified. It's up to you how you handle it. Yes, he knows about him because there's another masculine that's around for sure. You already have the answer when it comes to a particular situation. You also should know that something is predictable. You don't need to call them back when it comes to it. Somebody said and expect you to call them back, but you don't need to. You can also have different parenting styles when it comes to you and someone else that you're going to meet. So don't set unrealistic standards for yourself. If you know that you can't do something a certain type of way or they can't, it just is what it is. There could be somebody around you in an interview or at a job that's abusing their power and or their authority. So if you don't get the job or if you get a bad feel about it, you know that somebody's lying, there's a deeply rooted issue. Get up out of that job. Don't take it. Don't take it just because you know. All right, who do you know that's lying? Cancer. This could be a Gemini. Heavy on the Gemini. This could be a Taurus, a Leo, a Virgo. Okay, somebody that you know that you shouldn't be working with. There also could be a Capricorn. There's a Virgo, a Leo who separated from someone or they're going through some type of detachment. They feel like they're suffering in or there's a bad choice, but they're in their head because they feel like, okay, well, I don't really want to support any more gossip or any more deception going forward. And so it's like, okay, well, maybe they want to take responsibility or just feel like, okay, if I can carry the load and get out of some type of past resentment and have some type of desire to conceal. They're still trying to hide something. So yes, they have a desire to forgive and reconcile, but they also are trying to hide something. And this could be dealing with this air sign or this water sign masculine. But maybe you already know something when it comes to them. So it's like, okay, well, I already know the truth, or I'm just kind of keeping things balanced until they decided they want to recover. It's like a mom always had some type of intuition that her child was gay or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I'll just kind of wait until they're ready to talk about a situation. You know that somebody's lying, and there's an issue that comes to them that's deeply rooted. All right, what's deeply rooted with this person, Cancer? So it's hard for them to tell the truth. They're a liar. I mean, they've always lied about situations, you know, and then when they feel like, okay, well, I have no choice but to tell the truth, this is when they do. Whenever they feel like, okay, well, there's some type of challenge or I have to maintain control, this is what they do. They also could have tried to say, okay, well, I'm balancing something out with someone. This could have been like, okay, well, yes, this person is nurturing, this person is growing, and I'm trying to balance it out with them. But they actually was trying to cause some type of issue with how they were moving forward. They were trying to decrease this person's efforts. Yeah, so they were lying about that too. And so now it's like, okay, you have some type of sudden awareness of who this person is. Even if they're not your child, this could be somebody you had a child with, a friend, or just somebody that's around you. Okay, you already know that they're lying. When it comes to this interview, I'm telling you, you're already going to discover something that's bad news. Maybe they've already been procrastinating or creating some type of conflict. There's somebody around that's overly bitter and or is overly emotional. It could be left or right when it comes to this. Either way, it's bad news. This is going to have you unfocused and or burnt out. But you feel like, okay, well, you need something right now because you have some type of imagination of some type of burden that's coming and or that you can't do something for yourself. You're putting yourself in some type of mentality. You're end up taking a job you shouldn't. All right, who's abusing their authority? This could be a Virgo. This could be a Libra, Aquarius, a Capricorn, a Libra, a Scorpio. Somebody has the fruits of their labor and or some type of self-sufficiency. And so now they want to disconnect. They don't want to reconcile when it comes to some type of separation and or something that was done over the extreme. They feel like there was too much deception. They feel like somebody was just all talk when it comes to not actually doing what they were supposed to be doing. And they feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to completely stand back. And you may feel like this person's abusing their authority. It's like somebody that has parental custody, right? It's like, okay, well, can the other parent get the child when it's not their day? And it's like, yeah, no, thank you, because they wasn't taking care of their responsibilities when they did have the child. No, because they wasn't paying child support. No, because they wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. And so because they're telling you no, you feel like they're abusing their authority, or vice versa. And so it's like, okay, well, let's discover what we can do to get out of this situation. But I feel like as you more either talk to this person, you're going to realize, okay, the support was never missing, or that's the way that you're going to have to fix the situation, is by causing some type of support to them and working together, because there's some type of instability in here. You also may learn that somebody is still trying to sleep with them. Like they're still trying to sleep with this person and have some type of routine. So it's like, oh my God. So you're really going to feel like, okay, what is this person investing in or who? Because there could be a water sign around as well that they are dealing with that you know. And you're like, okay, this is going to cause more issues and more delays to this person ever getting married or settled down. All right. So you could have unrealistic standards for yourself when it comes to what? You have to feel overly satisfied in order for you to want to do something and or for you to want to embrace your creativity. So it's like, okay, well, yes, I want to be a content creator, but I got to have the best camera. I got to have the best things. I got to make sure that everything is to the top 9 before I can do something. And this is making you drift away and or avoid something that's going to make you happy and or stable. You're starting to lose emotions for this. You're starting to also be satisfied with someone who already broke your heart or that you already know is misaligned for you. This could be somebody that you created a family with, but you're starting to embrace them because you're disappointed or you're not trying to really go through a change that you know that you need to for yourself. So it's like you're going the right, no, it's like you're going a long way, but you're going the wrong way. You need to change the way that you're going because you have some type of resource, but you feel like, okay, well, I don't have anybody in my family that's going to support me. People don't really know or want to give me some type of validation for it. So let me just avoid it. So that way there's no gossip or people are not watching, or it's like you're scared about what people in your hometown are going to say, or there's going to be some type of imbalance. This is the insecurity, and it's going to cause you disappointment when you realize that you are supposed to be doing something that you're not doing. All right. Who has different parenting styles than you? This could be so simple as like, yeah, I don't whoop my kids, or yeah, I don't do certain things, or it's like, absolutely not. My kid not gonna be around you because you do certain things. So this could be a Gemini. This could be an Aries, a Scorpio, a Libra, heavy on the Libra, Scorpio, an Aquarius, or a Capricorn. Okay. No, do not call them back. Who shouldn't you call back, Cancer? Somebody out here having unprotected sex. This could be an Aries. You could be frustrated with them anyway because you thought this person played it small the entire time. This could be a Cancer, a Leo, heavy on the Leo, an air sign, more specifically an Aquarius. You already know what's going on with this person, and secretly you hate them for whatever reason. There's still some type of mental conflict back and forth, but you're going to get some type of clarity about how they're frustrated or how they get pushed back in a situation or something that's not going in their favor. And they're going to be frustrated. They're calling you because they're angry. It's like your baby dad or your baby mom or somebody is calling you because they're frustrated, something that's not going their way. And even if they want to make some type of plans or make a decision, it's still not going to go their way, and they're losing some type of energy. So somehow they want you to make a quick decision, or they want you to say something because some type of judge or somebody is not helping them. So they feel like you can do something to make things go in your favor or go in the child's favor. As long as you have some type of clarity about what's been going on, they want you to adapt to a situation, but you know that this is something that you cannot invest in because you're trying to do something for yourself. It's like you have an adult child, and it's like, yeah, well, I'm on food stamps. I'm on government assistance. I can't have them come live with me. I can't put my name on any kind of paperwork because I get resources from somewhere else, and that's going to fuck me up long term. You're doing things already by yourself, and maybe you already feel like you're having to juggle in or adapt. So although you're able to recover, it's like you're still unstable. There's still something that you feel like you don't have for yourself. And you're not going to put yourself in a situation where you feel like somebody has some type of conflict and or some type of burden that they put themselves in. But you may feel like, okay, well, this person feels like they have some type of lack of support. It's like, again, somebody said, okay, well, we'll put you on probation, or we're not going to lock you up or whatever, but you got to have a house, or you got to have something with your name attached to it or whatever. And they're wanting you to be the person that's like, okay, well, yeah, can you do this real quick? Can you just sign on to this real quick? And you're like, absolutely not. Or that's what the other person is saying. If you're asking someone else, who could you be asking, Cancer? If you're asking this to somebody else, oh, Lord. All right, so this could be a Libra. This could be a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Libra, an Aquarius, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Gemini, a Taurus, an Aries. So either they asking you or you asking them. And somebody's like, absolutely not. All right, who's out here having unprotected sex? All right, this could be an Aquarius. This could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Virgo. This could be somebody that's going through some type of investigation and or they're trying to take their day step by step. Something about the nighttime could be important. It's like, okay, well, at night, either they're trying to be out in the streets, they're trying to figure out who they can be around, or it's like, okay, well, let me just kind of keep my head down for whatever reason. There's some type of situation that they're lying about, but they also have some type of fear of changing, because they feel like they'll be disappointed or there's not going to be something that they want. So it's like, okay, well, I want to do this, but it's not going to be the way that I want, so I may not do it. The Pisces may end up like, you know what, I'm satisfied. I feel good about something, so I have high expectations. And they may just be like, you know what, sure, why not? But everybody else may say, you know, I'm just going to keep it low profile and sleep around with people unprotected. All right, who's the lone traveler? This could be an Aquarius, heavy on the air signs, an Aries, or a Libra. Let's move on. I feel like we spent enough time on y'all, Cancer. Let's go to Leo. Let's move on. Let's move on. Leo, what y'all got going on? What y'all got going on? What y'all in y'all head? Well, y'all not sleeping? Whatever you're in your head by, you can just get up and get out of it. Maybe you're waiting on a new perspective when it comes to your job, your finances, or you're waiting on a call back, you're waiting on something particular, some type of paperwork. That could be something that's like, okay, well, I just don't feel as steady, or I don't feel like I have anything that I can say that, you know, I've had this for a while, I do still have this. It's something that you feel unsteady by. There also could be some type of issue. This don't have to be directly with your house, but this could be, you may need to get your house repaired, or there may be something that you're like, okay, well, I'm glad that this is working now. I'm glad I can get this repaired before the holidays or whatever the case may be. But there could be something that's like, okay, well, I don't know if something's practical when it comes to my entire family reconciling, or everybody being in the same room and it being some type of milestone and everybody, you know, having a good time where there's no frustration. There's people that don't have the same type of energy, and maybe you're trying to balance this out and or wait for a new perspective, or it's like, okay, well, somebody is trying to be patient to figure out how they feel about a situation. Somebody don't really want to have to be on the defense or feel like they have to protect themselves or overly prepare, because they feel like there's something that's just out of conflict or something that was just not in sync when it comes to it. So there could be some type of family concern that you're in your head by. If this is about your job, it seems like you are going to find another job. Now, there may be something that you feel like, oh, this throws me off a little bit. Or there's something that's like, but you can make it work. You can. Maybe you're getting a payment from your job. If this is not like you're working in like your regular check, this could be like you're getting some type of like workers' comp payment. There's some type of payment, or maybe if you own your own business, there's a burden before it's like, oh, damn, tax time is about to come up, or there's some type of payment you're going to have to make. But you can be in unemployment. You could be getting some type of payment or something that's like, okay, great, this helps me. But be careful, because out of ego, you could go spend this money on a project or on something that you shouldn't be doing. And although people won't necessarily reject you and you feel like, okay, well, yeah, I can do this, or I can, kind of take this the way I want to, you're also going to be stuck trying to figure out how you can balance this out or how you can get this completed. And then you're going to end up disappointed. So it's like you get some type of money, you get some type of relief, but then you go put it into a project that is not actually going to work out for you. And then you feel disappointed because you feel like you either wasted your money, your time, or you feel like, okay, well, where's the support when it comes to it? There also could be someone who feels unstable when it comes to their finances right now. This could be someone that's doing something creative, or this could be you. If you have a creative job, you're going to be reconciled when it comes to some type of work or getting a lot of calls or whatever the case may be. You were just going through the foundation of the business or creating it. Maybe somebody had to do some type of paperwork, and because they were either procrastinating or taking their time, it created a burden. It's like you're a business owner. You have to hit certain checkpoints, right? Before your spirit team allows you to see the success, before you can go viral, before you can do certain things, you have to make sure that certain things are in line, that you have your website, that you have things that's operational or that won't actually screw up what you're trying to do. And once you finally hit one of those check marks, then it's like something, a door opens to success. And then you're like, okay, great. Now I can keep moving forward. If this is not you, this could be somebody around you. So if there's some type of disappointment in Sagittarius season, this could either be by you or by an air sign, somebody that you're friends with or somebody that you thought that you could embrace. There also could be some type of disappointment when it comes to some type of communication or clear boundary by a friend. You will have some type of clarity about what to do and or how to move forward from this. Somebody also could get some type of clarity about an earth sign masculine, a pregnancy, and or whoever they were, their baby mom. There could be some type of situation that's going on and some type of clarity about that, about their separation or what was really going on or how somebody was trying to be manipulative or cause some type of anxiety. There's a whole lot of truth that's coming out. There's also a water sign masculine out here that wants to have a new start with you. Maybe they're going to embrace you like, oh, we can just be friends or we can just have a good time. But this person's going to have you confused when they offer a new relationship. You're going to think, okay, well, maybe we can take this to the next level. Maybe I am your match. And it's like, okay, well, we already have a family or your family's satisfied with knowing me or whatever, but they don't have the same emotions that they do for you. Then you're going to end up confused. So absolutely not to them. Okay. Anything else for Leo? Why are y'all disappointed? Okay, so you may be, if you're not disappointed now, you may be sad that somebody doesn't want to go through some type of transition or somebody doesn't want to travel or somebody doesn't want to do something. And you may feel like this person is either greedy or they're overly protective. They have some type of paranoia and or a history of like just keep being isolated. But it feels like secretly they want to be able to embrace and or celebrate themselves. And they feel like, okay, well, I don't really desire any type of conflict or I don't really have the energy to either do something that's going to have me misdirected. So they're already in their head about telling you no when it comes to a situation. But at the same time, it's like, well, I don't want to be in my head about this. I want to focus on some type of opportunity that I have or something that makes me feel really good. So somebody's going to adapt to either being isolated or they're going to tell you that they've already did. It's like, oh, yeah, well, thanks for the invite, Leo, but I'm always used to being alone. So I'm going to embrace the fact that I'm still alone. Like, I'm okay with that. All right. And it may annoy you. What else is going on? What's going on with Leo? You may be tired, low-key, and not necessarily like maybe mentally or emotionally tired, but you're still kind of progressing and or finding some type of direction. So that way you can kind of seize the moment and take the moment as you need to. But be careful because this is making you vulnerable. There could be some type of low confidence or something that's making you feel like, okay, well, there's an insecurity that's going to be highlighted or something that could trigger you that you would have to balance out. And the way that you respond to it or the way that you're quickly able to either attack it or address it, depending on how you would respond to it, it's going to depend on your finances or how something balances out for you when it comes to an issue that you're trying to determine right now. It is. Also, if you move forward with some type of aggression, or if you're trying to abuse your power, or you're trying to communicate something very quickly, or you're trying to make somebody say something and or do something, there's going to be some type of emergency situation. Be careful when it comes to this, and this may create a challenge. It's like, oh, well, so-and-so don't want to do this. Oh, well, so-and-so, well, they going to learn today, or I'm going to make this, or I'm going to do this, or that. Whatever this is, something's going to end up blocking you in the mix of it. For example, let's say they're trying to do this to you, Leo. Oh, if so-and-so don't want to do what I want, then I'm about to come to their house and I'm about to make them. I'm about to come take this. I'm about to whatever. Then they get on the road and there's an accident. Then they get on the road and there's something that's like, yeah, absolutely not. And this could be related to a home, a milestone, a marriage, or something else. It's like, okay, well, let me reconcile you with something else since you want to, push somebody else or, be vengeful or hot-tempered. You're going to get rediverted. And they're going to still really hold back in or block you at this point in time. So be careful on how you respond to a situation, or they're going to have to be careful how they respond to you, period. There also could be a Pisces and Aries around, and this person could be feeling a little selfish right now. They're walking away from somebody that they felt like, okay, well, this was just a project or this was just something that I wanted to do. They could have been dealing with a Virgo and or a Leo. They're starting to see this person as like, okay, yeah, you're just materialistic or you're just obsessed with a situation or somebody a relationship that already walked away from you. They feel like this is just imbalance or there's no need to deal with this in or out of it. So it's like, okay, well, yeah, let's have sex one more time or whatever the case may be, but I'm releasing this relationship. What does this have to do with you, Leo? You could be trying to focus on one of these people somehow, some way. Or there's a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, or a Pisces out here. And they're trying to focus on some type of target, or they're trying to focus on something that they feel like is not actually going to pay back into them. I don't know where this is going. You also may need to structure your emotions when you hear some type of news or when somebody takes some type of action, because maybe you feel like they've been lazy. They didn't want to invest in some type of structure and or doing something for themselves. But they've been out here having passion and or been planning for other people to do things for them. And now they're going to be heartbroken when none of it works. And they're coming back to you with some type of burden. Okay, so somebody that was once ignoring you is going to give you some more attention now. It's up to you if you let them back in. All right, let's do confirmations. What's going on for Leo? You triggered somebody recently. You could be focused on your health and or your body. Maybe you're going to go to the gym. You will be able to handle something very well, okay? Even if they get mad. So you can't beat me up. You can't. So somebody's going to make a decision that's best for them, or you need to. And even if they get mad, it just is. It is what it is. Again, you could be getting your body right for sure. Somebody has terrible sex. So they're coming towards you to see if they can get some free sex out of you. And you could have triggered them recently when you talked about a husband and or somebody else. Somebody's on your body real bad. You could have some type of big mama, big daddy energy. You're not supposed to know a situation and or if somebody has mutual feelings at this point in time. There's a masculine around that's bitter. This could be you or someone else, and they're enduring pain at the sake of having a relationship. But somebody's about to get caught up as a side man, and they're going to have to be humble and or sit down. They're starting to move slowly, but they also still drink, or they also still kind of stir up some type of drama. They also could be using a child as manipulation when it comes to the drama. You could be getting something cheaper than what you expected, but at the same time, there could be some unexpected bill or something that pops up that you have to pay for. Your bestie is a hater, and you may find this tragic, but again, there could be something that happens that you feel like is tragic, but you'll be able to handle it very well. Somebody's watching you, but they don't like you. Ew. Okay, so let's figure out who's watching you, Leo, but they don't like you. Why they ain't your business? Let's see. This could be a Taurus. Heavy on the Taurus. This could be a Virgo, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio. Heavy on the Taurus. A Cancer, a Pisces, a Pisces. All right. Somebody's watching you, but they don't like you. Who's your bestie that's a hater? You may even know them through your kids. It's like, okay, well, we're not really best friends, but our kids are best friends. This could be a Taurus, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. They're a hater. All right. You could be getting something cheaper than what you're expecting. You're going to handle something very well. What do you need to make clear? All right. So there's some type of supportive communication. There's some type of insightful communication that you either need to make clear or somebody's going to make clear with you. They feel like, okay, if you have some type of unbiased judgment and you didn't invest in something to cause me to be disorganized and or unbalanced or to overextend myself, then you need to make it clear to me, and or you need to, you know, be prepared to present something to me or show somebody who wants you to show and prove. Because maybe they feel like you're in and out of your emotions, or you're in and out of being around other people. And then you sit back and contemplate on some type of fight, or you kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to say you stir it up, Leo, but it's like maybe you bring it back up, or I don't know. There's just something that's like the conversation is never actually over. So somebody don't trust you when it comes to how you handle a situation, or how you somehow always in the middle. Okay, who's getting caught up as the side man? This could be a Libra, a Scorpio, heavy on a Libra, a Pisces, a Taurus, a Virgo, Aquarius, a Taurus for sure, a Leo. Somebody's getting caught up as a side man. Who's enduring pain for the sake of the relationship? This could be a Pisces and Aries, a Scorpio, a Pisces, an Aquarius, a Capricorn. All right. Who's using a child or children as manipulation? This could be a Leo, a Gemini, a Taurus, or an Aquarius. Somebody's moving slowly on purpose because they don't want you to know a situation. Who is this? Especially if this is a bitter masculine. This could be a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Libra, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Gemini. They're moving slowly, intentionally, or they're not responding to you, or they're not doing something as quickly as they used to on purpose. They also feel like you should sit down when it comes to a situation. This could be a husband that you separated from, or this could be somebody who was a husband to someone else, but they were bitter to their wife. This person don't really have the same type of energy, whether they're physically tired, they're not really having any type of direction when it comes to this relationship. They don't really want to reconcile, but they could have some type of energy block, or they could be sexually frustrated and they feel like, okay, well, I feel isolated and or hopeless, and this is the closest relationship that I can embrace at this point in time. So then they take action, but again, it's only going to get so far because they don't want to reconcile. They don't want to fix this and or renew it. So it's not, you know, let somebody play with you if you want to. All right, you're not supposed to know what, Leo. Also, this could be somebody that's engaged. When it comes to this engagement, are they playing with you? They are. They feel like something is practical, but they feel like there's also some type of hidden information, or they don't trust themselves really to be able to balance something out. So they feel like something is unrealistic, and they may wait to the last moment to say something, and this may cause some type of burden when it comes to you having to wrap something up and or complete it. They also feel like there's somebody around that's out of touch with themselves, or that's silent. It's like, okay, well, I wish you could balance something out when it comes to your sibling, your family member, or whatever the case may be. They feel like there's an unhealthy lifestyle and or some type of frustration, and that there will be some type of responsibility or exhaustion in order to cause some type of change and or structure. So somebody don't know if they want you to be their husband, or there's somebody you separated from that don't want to reconcile. Okay, what are you not supposed to know, Leo? What somebody's doing in their free time? There could be somebody that's younger than you, or that you've known for a while, and maybe you felt like, okay, well, this person was going through some type of burden and or exhaustion. There was some type of a load that they had to carry when it comes to them. And maybe they started to hold back, or they started to save money, or there was something that they started to keep to themselves, and somehow this pushed you in some type of anxiety, because all of a sudden they have some type of desire or resource. And it's like, okay, well, how and or where? So you could be wanting to know the ins and details of someone's life and how they're able to conquer some type of anxiety. You're not supposed to know. Okay. Who did you trigger recently? This could be an Aries. This could be another Leo, or Leo, somebody triggered you. This could be a Cancer, an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Somebody invested in something and they feel like, okay, well, I can just kind of sit back and wait till something is presented to me. But then there was some type of block. Right? So it's like, oh, okay, well, I invested in this loan. I invested in something and I can know that something's going to get approved, or something's going to come towards me and I can continue to work through it. But then at some point in time, there was something that was a cutoff. There was a limit or whatever. And they're like, dang, okay, well, I'm going to have to come clean about, you know, whatever I was trying to manipulate, or I'm going to have to take responsibility on how I don't have some type of money or finances, or who I was sleeping with. Somebody's going to take responsibility for a situation. And somehow you triggered them with some type of communication, or when you, put up some type of boundary towards them and to them flirting with you. You feel like, you know, I don't need anything. I have everything I need. Or it's like, okay, well, any kind of possibility of whatever this is, you completely destructed it. And it triggered them. Okay. What else? Who had terrible sex, but they're coming towards you? This could be a Libra, heavy on a Libra, a Sagittarius, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius. FYI when it comes to it. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Virgo. Virgo, I'm hearing say what you want to say. Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. All right, what's going on for Virgo? Okay, so right now, either you feel a little isolated or you need to get out of some type of anxiety. You need to get out of your head. You may not be sleeping as well. You need to go ahead and figure out what you need to do, or if there's something you can do. If there's nothing you can do, then just wait. You feel like you're trying to get out of some type of disappointment. You lost something, and or you could have physically lost something, or it's like, oh, I spent too much money, or there's something that's going on. It's like, okay, well, I'm sad about this. I regret this, but let me figure out how I can give myself hope. But while you're doing so, you're anxious by it because you're not sure what else you have to give up or what else you would need to do in order to have it to go your way. There's something that you don't really want to give up or give into. This could be a person and or some type of information. It's like, okay, well, if I absolutely have to, I will, but I don't really want to. You could also be walking away from some type of hope that someone else that has some type of knowledge and or information is going to surrender. You feel like, okay, well, they're not going to get something up, and you're going to end up having to carry the burden or the responsibility of something. Something about the name Joy could be important, like J-O-I. You also feel like, okay, well, yeah, I used to like to do things by myself, but maybe now you want people around you. But sometimes you feel like you're in and out of some type of burden. It can grow from time to time. It can feel good, but then you get in your head because then you feel like, okay, well, it's only a matter of time before somebody lets me go or before I have to let them go. There also could have been some type of loss. My condolences if you lost someone. This could have been a baby. This could have been a dog, or maybe you lost your job. There's some type of loss that you went through. And although there's some type of sadness here, it's like, okay, well, you're trying to use this energy and or this passion to create some type of happiness. It's like, okay, well, let me embrace the child I do have. Let me embrace the whatever things I do got left, or, you know, well, yes, there's some type of issue, but at least I still have time to kind of correct it. But then you go back and forth with some type of anxiety. Because you know that you're trying to be tender so that way you have some type of value, or that way you can go through some type of change. There also could be somebody that's coming towards you that's new. They may have some type of creative idea, and or it's okay, well, let's desire a new relationship. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can make this successful. This is somebody that's already in and out of your life. This is going to be a burden if you allow them to do so. You already know that this is something that you shouldn't give into, but you have some type of anxiety about how something is going to play out for you. So now maybe you're thinking about doing so anyway. Somebody's going to come and give you a dream, and you are tempted to fall into it. Okay, outcome if you do it. Outcome if you don't. Okay, if you don't, you come off very much in your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. You come off as someone that's stable. You have your own, and or you have the wisdom to develop your own. There's an offer that comes towards you. If you do it, it goes straight to karma. It goes straight to being toxic. Somebody is a snake. Okay, and maybe you already have some type of awareness that they're not even good around your child, or there's some type of information that you already know that's going to make you balance your resources, and or something that you feel like you worked for. Somebody also could just be obsessed with communicating with you or just having your attention because they feel like, you know, secretly you wander off, or there's somebody else that you're talking to or that you're with at the nighttime that you can sleep with, or whatever the case may be. So they're trying to get you to refocus on them. You also are going to be attached to someone's child. It's like you're going to blend a family, but the kids are not going to get along, or there's always going to be some type of separation that's going to cause some type of disappointment. And so the family idea that you're thinking that you're going to get when it comes to this is not going to work. There also could be some type of it could be a threesome. What you call them? A polygamy relationship. And somebody's disappointed right now. They can be trying to date secretly, or they're trying to communicate with someone else, and they're fixated on some type of clear boundaries, or they're about to be. Maybe you are doing something for Christmas, or somebody's birthday coming up, or there's some type of celebration when it comes to this marriage, or this, whatever this is. There also could be an earth sign, air sign relationship out here. And maybe right now everything feels stable. It's like, okay, well, we can still be friends, or we can hit some type of milestone. We can do things between each other. But when it comes to this relationship, there's a water sign involved as well. Or somebody's friends with this water sign. It's like, okay, well, let's let go of you sleeping around, or you have some type of passion. Let's contemplate if we can prosper and go through another cycle as a couple, or doing something together. They feel like slowly but surely they can manifest some type of commitment and or what they want. It's like, okay, well, somebody's going to end up pregnant again and back into their emotions because they're going to realize that somebody else is still adapted. Somebody's still trying to force a relationship. And honestly, they could be trying to force it with multiple people. All right, Virgo, put yourself where you are when it comes to it. Put yourself where you are and take yourself out if you need to. What's going on? Oh, Lord, not that way. Rewind. Who's having some type of mental issues right now? Take it easy when it comes to somebody that you're talking to. Because they may be wanting to, cause some type of pain or anxiety to themselves. Or maybe they're even taking medication or taking something that they shouldn't. Okay, be careful when it comes to this. This could be you, Virgo, another Virgo. This could be a Gemini, Aquarius, an Aries, a Libra. Be careful when it comes to this. A Scorpio. Alright. FYI when it comes to whoever you're dealing with. Be sensitive. Alright, what's going on for Virgo? So right now, it seems like you're trying to figure out where you're going to put your long-term success. What's going to pay back into you. When you're going to get your rewards and or how. You're trying to compromise throughout the process. But the next thing that's coming up is going to be some type of mind game. And or somebody's going to be sarcastic with you. There may be some type of paperwork, some type of news, or something that's some type of, it could be a letter or email or something like that that's coming in very quickly regarding your finances, or to something that you have to accomplish very quickly. I say, oh, damn, I got to go ahead and get this paid. I have to do this now, or I have to go ahead. I don't have but 24 days or 24 days. And about 24 days could be important. That was very specific. If you're in this mindset of like, okay, well, I'm just going to invest in giving up. You feel like, okay, well, I persevered enough, or I've done enough. Figure out this issue. This could be an ego thing. Figure out what your ideas are, what it is that your heart is trying to tell you, so that way you can recover, you can accept this and move on. Okay? So the point that you start to accept something is going to be slow, and or some type of chaotic moment is going to put you in some type of isolation and or some type of despair, depression that you don't need to be in. Somebody also may come towards you and communicate that they're in their head because something backfired. Who is this? All right, this could be you, Virgo. This could be a Leo, an Aries, Sagittarius, heavy on the Virgo, or another one, a Pisces, Aquarius, a Pisces, or an Aries. What backfired on them? They had some type of resource that they were confident in that was going to create some type of opportunity for you to turn a new leaf in or to help you. They had some type of desire for someone else to see the bigger picture and or be disappointed. So they felt like, okay, well, I can have someone that I know creates some type of pressure and or be overly critical, so that way they can manipulate their confidence and or where they're trying to go. It didn't work. Somebody was able to overcome some type of issue and or regain control. And so now it's like, okay, well, great. We have to release some type of fear and or find truth, because if this person that's being disorganized, or this person who was imbalanced when it comes to their finances, it seems like they have some type of new beginning. They're able to get through a situation, or they were lying about something that they were insecure about. Somebody could have fed you a lie on purpose. It's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm really struggling about the situation, and they wasn't in their head at all. And somehow this was supposed to cause some type of change, and or somebody's like, okay, well, I can come through and save the day, and so have a relationship with you, or I can come and fix something. It's like, yeah, no, thank you. I actually didn't need it at all. Somebody was lying about a situation. Somebody also could have been gossiping. They ran and told too many people, and so, you know, now they look like, okay, well, are you crazy or am I crazy? What else is going on for Virgo? Because I don't know, child. Okay, so there's going to be some type of turning point when it comes to your fear and or your emotions. There could be some type of subconscious, like, okay, I don't know, secretly if there's going to be some type of despair and or if you're going to be feeling down. But you also could be trying to be overly optimistic, so that way you can rebalance this. It's just a cycle that you don't really want to go through, that you feel like it's a challenge and or it's going to cause you to have to protect yourself. What's the outcome to this? So we can stop talking about it. All right, so you're going to have to come clean. Or maybe initially you're going to start off like, okay, well, yes, I've been keeping secrets, or I'll come clean about certain things, but I will keep a secret about something. You're going to have to come clean about it all. You are, because something's already been investigated or something has already been inspected. When it comes to your movement, your speed, or how quickly you were willing to do something, or how you were trying to recover from a situation or move on from a situation, somebody already knows. Something's not going to work the way that you want to, but there is going to be something that you're going to be able to create. There is going to be a scenario to where you feel like you have resources to adapt to whatever the situation is. All right, so it's not going to be horrible, but it ain't going to be the best either. Okay, it seems like you don't want to be in a situation at all in the first place. Also, there's some type of secret and or fear that someone else is going to be indecisive when it comes to you trying one more time. Somebody's trying to avoid being overindulging. They're trying to avoid, okay, well, I'm not trying to drink too much. I'm not trying to, you know, put myself in a cycle. I'm not trying to do something too much. And maybe this has you in your fear and or your emotions, because you think, okay, well, now I feel like I was, you know, being negative where I need to be negative, because somebody is disciplined or somebody is using their logic over their emotions. It's like somebody's not letting you talk them into doing something they don't want to do, or they don't want to do it too much. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll have fun with you. I'll go out and I'll sleep with you. I'll do whatever, but I'm not going to do it more than once. I'm not going to do it. They're putting a limit on themselves and they're sticking to it, and it's making you mad. Or vice versa, flip the roles. So you might also be upset because you know that, or they know that somebody is doing something to the extreme. It's like, okay, well, I already know at the point that I tell you know that you go sleep with somebody else. I already know that you will, you know, you got somebody else over your shoulder, or whatever the case may be. They also know that there's some type of sneakiness that's going on with this air sign and or this masculine. And you're going to end up having to come clean about that too, because there's some type of rethinking of your approach once you get some type of message, or once you realize that something isn't going to work. Yeah, this is going to cause you to be disappointed. All right, so you may be rerouted soon, Virgo. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, it may not work the way that you want it to. What can you expect that's good? So you are going to be able to disconnect from some type of system, and or you're going to be able to kind of take a break, or it's like, okay, well, something gets continued. There's something that's just like, okay, well, I can just kind of sit back and just wait for a while. It's also be a good thing if you ignore somebody that's trying to get married, or somebody that's trying to commit to you. That would be a really good thing, because although this person desires to be public or have some type of success, it's going to make you lose energy very quickly, and you're going to feel like you're going through, I ain't going to say hell, but you're going through it when it comes to that relationship. So once you move forward from this, you start to double your output and or your energy when it comes to your work or something that you feel like, okay, well, I've learned from failure or I've been procrastinating. You're able to stabilize. So something does work in your favor, but it depends on your choices that you make whenever you're heartbroken or you're sad. Okay, let's get some confirmations for Virgo. Yeah, you can rewind it. It'll be posted on YouTube. All right, so this is never how you wanted things to turn out when it comes to a situation. Somebody around you have nowhere to go, but they could be talking to someone at a long distance or they're trying to close out a long... Ooh. I don't know. Hope ain't nobody breaking out. Oh, and as soon as I said that, getting out of jail. Who y'all know that's trying to break out of jail? Y'all know somebody that does that? I don't know people that do that. Who breaking out of jail? For Virgo. This could be a fire sign, heavy on a Leo. Virgo, it could be you, or maybe you know one. This could be a Scorpio, an Aries. When somebody's getting out of jail. And maybe they're getting out of jail, they feel like they have nowhere to go. Should you help this person? You should not help this person. Okay, so their emotions is blocked. Their self-love is blocked. They feel a little empty. And so even if you do, it's like it's going to be one-sided. It's like you're going to provide everything for them. And they're going to be like, okay, well, you decided to do this. You signed up for this. You knew that I had to overcome some type of obstacle and or challenge. They're going to blame you for doing it, even though you were trying to help them. So absolutely not. Who is this person that has nowhere to go? This could be a fire sign, heavy on the Sagittarius. This could be a Taurus. Heavy on the Sagittarius. A Pisces. Somebody said, okay, well, yes, I was going through some type of cycles, or yes, I've done something for a while, but now I'm ready to go through a turning point. Let's try one more time. But then they're going to do something that overextends themselves, or they're going to drink again. They're going to be on some type of pills or whatever the case may be. And you're going to be like, dang, I committed to someone who's just not practical. This is just not it. You're going to settle down with somebody that you shouldn't be. And that situation is going to be scary. All right, who's scary? If it ain't this person that you're trying to settle down with. This could be a Scorpio. This could be someone who's pregnant or someone who's a child's mother, child's father. An Aries, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, a Libra, or a Taurus. Either they're scared of you or you're scared of them. What's happening in a long distance? If you're in a long distance relationship, it's going to be a challenge. Somebody's like, okay, well, I'm just in this relationship because I'm in and out of a situation, or I'm trying to make some type of hard choice. They're only doing it for their own reasons. It's not practical at all. Somebody's going to have you on your last leg and you're not even going to be sure why. There's also somebody that you don't see that they're communicating with, unless it's just like a, hey, we all, third party kind of situation that y'all cool with, then sure. But if not, somebody got someone else. As soon as I said that, their attention is divided, okay? They don't like you. Who is this that don't like you, Virgo? But they also may try to get mad or get triggered when they feel like, okay, when you're moving on or you're putting attention to someone else. This could be a fire sign. This could be a Libra, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Cancer, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius for sure. They don't even like you. Okay, so you never wanted things to turn out this way. When will they get better? So it may not happen before Aries season or Taurus season. So when will it get better for Virgo? Give it to Libra season at the very latest. Okay? And this is when you feel like, okay, well, I have a full peace. I'm able to kind of just meditate, recuperate. I'm in solitude. I don't have to reconcile with people I don't want to. There's just something that you feel like is unstable. And it's like you're not going back to a past version of you to where you're obsessed with certain things and you're overindulging. You feel like that just led you to be one-sided or got you in a situation that you didn't want to be in. So you're able to fully adapt and or adjust to some type of happiness by Libra season. So give it until then. All right, somebody went through your phone and or your history. Who did this? It's like your browser history, your iPad or your watch, or this could be a Pisces. This could be another Virgo, heavy on the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, a Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They saw something that was scary, even if this wasn't recent. They did. They saw something in your phone, and they felt like either you or somebody that you were talking to, it's like, oh, you really have a problem. Somebody feels like there's something that you just overindulge with a little too much. It's like, okay, this person is never really going to learn. This is when they truly turned their back about sleeping with you or stop sleeping with you. They saw something. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to take the opportunity to focus on work, or I'm going to focus on something else. And although you felt like, okay, well, I'm trying to do something repetitive, or I'm trying to make sure that there's an opportunity for us to do so, it's like they don't trust you anymore. They see you a certain type of way. It's like, damn, I knew that you did this certain thing, but I didn't know you did it like that. Or damn, I knew that you would, sleep with all these people, but I didn't know you would sleep with somebody in your family. Or I didn't know that it's something that they feel like you did that went a little too far. And it's like, yeah, that's why they can't get through some type of boundary with you. Okay, somebody could be pissing you off. Today you got time, or today they got time. An Aries could be pissed off. Who's pissed off? All right, this could be a Cancer or a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe even a Pisces. Okay, let's see what's wrong with them. Why are they mad at you, Virgo? Somebody's pregnant. Somebody feels like, okay, well, we don't really need to go into a new phase. We don't really need to be committed. Or they're finding out about how you're trying to grow a relationship or a bond with somebody that you told them not to worry about. There could be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Gemini, an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, or a Capricorn. And maybe you feel like this person has some type of rapid growth, or they have some type of unlimited potential. But from time to time, they can get some type of worry and or anxiety, even though they can calm and soothe themselves. It's like this person really isn't exhausting, and or they don't exhaust you. You also could feel like this person is calm and or self-centered. They know how to relax you or their child, or they make you feel relaxed in your inner child. So you like this person. You feel like this will be somebody that you can commit to long term. But at the same time, you feel like you're not self-reliant enough, or there's something about the situation. And it's like, okay, well, when it comes to my family, when it comes to being able to celebrate or whatever, there's some type of trap, or there's some type of situation that's unclear. And it's like, how do I resolve this? So there's still something that's unsynced when it comes to the person that you really want to deal with. And the person that's watching you is like, okay, well, no, I'm going to set some type of shit off because you told me I didn't have to worry about this person. You weren't getting emotional, or you wouldn't be deep with this person. And now they feel like you are. Okay, so FYI when it comes to that. A real conversation is needed with who? This could be with a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Gemini. Somebody definitely feels thrown off when it comes to their energy and or what this relationship is supposed to be. They feel like, okay, well, I don't really trust you, or I didn't listen to myself. Something wasn't supposed to be a fairy tale. They felt like you wasn't going to avoid them and or close them off, and that this would be supported and or peaceful, that they would be able to recover. Now it feels like there's some type of issue when it comes to the way that y'all talk, or whenever they call you, there's some type of either loud noise, or it's like, okay, well, why aren't you answering your phone, or what's going on, or there's something that they feel like they're seeing when it comes to this, and it's putting them into some type of funk or sadness. They feel like they're going to be humiliated, and or there's going to be some type of dishonor when it comes to it. Somebody's going to tell you that y'all need to have a real conversation, or this is why they're angry. All right. Yes, somebody is ready for you. Who is ready for a Virgo? This could be a Gemini. A situation is very likely when it comes to it in the next 1 to 3 months. A Capricorn or a Sagittarius. So also be careful. Maybe an Aries, a Taurus, or a Gemini. Because it's also given in 1 to 3 months, somebody could get pregnant. And that could be very likely as well. And it may take some type of mental force because somebody is very precise and or motivated when it comes to either first class or how they want to be accurate, or something about their lifestyle. And you think, okay, well, maybe we can work this out, and maybe we can motivate each other. There's going to be some type of confidence here that you guys can persevere. But then somebody's not going to want to give into a particular thing, or because of a particular thing. So there may be an issue here. If there's somebody that ghosted you, Virgo, who is this? This could be a Gemini, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, another Virgo, or you ghosted somebody else, a Pisces, or a Gemini. This could be somebody that was younger and or was on the edge of finding themselves. Now they feel like, okay, well, something was a mistake and I need to move on from it. But they feel like you should have taken a closer look at the details and or paid attention to their age or paid attention to something that they used to do and or that they said. And so now they may bring something to light and or they want to show you something because they feel like your focus is elsewhere. This is all about relationships, y'all. I don't know. Let's move on from this right now. Listen, how about we get somebody else's tea? Maybe I want to know somebody else's tea. Let's do that before we walk away, because the relationships ain't it. It ain't hitting right now. And maybe day to day you feel fully charged up when it comes to this, but there's gonna be some type of social pressure, something that's gonna be online. What's somebody else's tea? For Virgo, what you need to know? Somebody has some type of revenge plot either on them and or they're trying to create one. They're trying to backstab somebody. Let's see who this is. Who's trying to create the plot? This could be a Sagittarius. This could be an Aries, a Taurus, a Leo, an Aries. Virgo, it could be Virgo. It could be you or it's another Virgo. I asked for somebody else's business. Somehow you ended up in it. Why are they trying to do a revenge plot? Because they feel like they were codependent on a situation and they don't feel stable because of it ever since somebody left. Then they want to be seen as somebody who's controlling and or rigid. So that way they can balance something out for themselves. Somebody's trying to get back at someone else that they feel like went to someone else or caused them to be unstable with their finances and or just with their lifestyle. It's like, oh, well, you threw off my pH balance, or oh, you threw something else off and now I'm about to get a get back. Whatever the case may be. Somebody could be trying to break something of someone's. It's like, okay, well, I'm willing to give up something of my own. If I got to lose my job to do this, if I got to lose my something to whatever, then I'm going to do it. Because they feel like they're going to be judged otherwise if they don't. And they could have found some type of peaceful resolution, but they feel like they don't wasted too much money and or time in this situation. And this is going to cause them to flirt with some type of danger. They're going to put themselves in a trap. Okay. This is going to lead to a criminal trap. Let's see. It's going to lead to a legal issue. It may. Somebody feels burnt out and they feel like I'm going to delegate this energy and or this issue to someone else who feels stable or feel like they got it all. And I want them to, you know, do something slowly or to feel this or what. I don't know. I don't know. Also, be careful. Somebody could be trying to give you some type of money or resources, but you could be flirting with danger when it comes to them. So like, okay, well, I'll sleep with you, but I'll give you money as well. This may create some type of burden. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or water sign. Heavy on the Sagittarius, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. You need to pay attention. Because somebody is doing something a little too much when it comes to other people. And they may make, like, okay, well, let me try one more time with you. And you may be confused or there's something that throws you off. And you're like, okay, well, no, let me just release these negative thoughts. No, there's nothing wrong. There is something wrong. So I'm not saying that you done got burnt by somebody yet. But there could be somebody that's trying to come back and offer some type of peaceful resolution. Because, again, they feel like there's some type of social pressure. And you're going to feel like they backstab you because they're not telling you what's going on with their body. Let's move on. I'm ready to get out y'all energy. All right, somebody expected you to say something and they want to shame you for your mistakes if you did. Something about you watching sports or go watch sports or do something that makes you feel good. I was thinking about Fast and Furious. You're going to hurt your own feelings when they don't respond the way that you want them to. Something about broken glass. I told you somebody could be breaking something or trying to break something of yours, electronic or your phone. I don't know. Be careful. There may be some type of sexual energy that you don't like. It's like, oh, please stop that. Absolutely not. You have so much life to live when it comes to a situation, but you just need to show yourself what you got and put some type of energy towards it. Do not let them move in. If somebody's getting out of jail, they said that they need a spot, y'all can get a spot together. The answer is no. You may be needing new furniture, new clothes, and or an appliance, but you're not really excited about it. It's like, oh, I need it, but I don't really have the money to spend. Oh, this is the worst time. You don't really want to buy into it right now. You were invisible to them until you walked away. You may have to sit your next birthday season out, okay? Again, we got rain check out here, or you're going to tell somebody else that wants to celebrate their birthday to give you a rain check. All right? Let's move on, Virgo. Good luck to y'all. I was trying to find the best thing, the best scenario, the best news, but it's dig down deep enough. Whatever that means to you. It's down deep enough. Why you can't get over this issue? Because it's buried down deep enough. It's rooted. It's an issue. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Libra. Who did we start with? Taurus. Let's go to Libra. Okay? I don't know. What's going on with y'all, Libra? You could be hot. I don't know if somebody around you always got the heat on, but oh my goodness, please turn that down. Okay, so right now, it feels like there's some type of offer that's coming towards you or somebody around you that wants to help you through a situation. This is someone that's grounded and or successful. They're being generous right now, or you're about to meet someone. They feel like you're honest and or you're quirky, and they can help you move on to calmer waters. There's also an earth sign around that you know that you need to move on from. Maybe you're trying to heal and slowly move on from this person, but from time to time, you can either be opinionated and or assertive, maybe even impulsive, because you feel like there's a lot of stuff that you paid into or that you have to put into your time, your energy, or whatever, and they don't support you as much as they should. There also could be a challenge because there's a water sign that's around that they're giving into. They could be calling this person or talking to this person, but at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm telling you that I'm putting my guard up to them, and they're not. There could be some type of business offer, like you get a new job or you get something that's coming towards you that's going to be successful and help you move forward. Congratulations. It's going to help you overcome something and or control a scenario. It's like you're tired and worn out. So, okay, I ain't got nothing on but my road walking around the house. So I'm just like, I'm doing the best I can when it comes to me, my kids, and my animals. You're going to have some type of strength to your family. So good job. There also could be somebody in your family that's gaining some type of strength. There could be an earth sign or a Sagittarius that says happy birthday. I don't know when Sagittarius season ends. I don't know if we're still in Sagittarius season. Anywho, they may get some type of phone call and or some type of support. They get some type of new opportunity, and this helps them persevere. And why they feel like, okay, well, you can be assertive and or opinionated. They feel like this is healing as well. And you guys both can have a new start and or some type of innocence when it comes to just following your heart and doing things the way that you want to. You also could be having some type of new structure and or new start when it comes to your school, your kid's school, your baby dad, or there's something that you're like, okay, well, I can make sure that this is dependable. Let me make sure that I'm being sensitive and or that I'm going through something with the right attitude. But there could be somebody around that has some type of fear of change and or they're unmotivated based off of their own self-limiting beliefs. So as much as you want to collaborate with this person, it's just going to lead to some more illusions and or manipulations based off of someone's security and or what they feel like people are gossiping because of it. All right, let's keep going. Okay, cool. Thank you. What else we got for Libra? I feel like something is cut and dry, something is very simple. Maybe you're getting your hair cut, you're changing your hair, or maybe you're drying your clothes. Maybe you're somebody that does like clothes alterations, or you're really good at sewing or making clothes or something like that could be important. Okay, so you may be a little heartbroken because you feel like you don't really have some type of desire when it comes to your entrepreneurship, your business, or just some type of action that you know that you can take. You also could be getting out of some type of like, okay, well, there was some type of energy blockage to where you feel like you couldn't be creative, you couldn't do something. And maybe now you're going to take some type of action that makes you happy. It's like you didn't have a hobby. You didn't have something that was fun. You didn't have something that just made you feel good. And now you're about to change that. You also could be heartbroken because there's a fire sign around you, a fire sign masculine that's in their head. They're restricted or they start to feel restricted for whatever reason. And not necessarily like they go to jail, but maybe for whatever reason they're in the hospital or there's something that's going on. They could have tried to lie about some type of manipulation. They could have tried to put themselves in some type of confusion or a situation where they didn't really have power to do so. There was some type of secret agenda that was going on. And something's going to be highlighted about how they didn't have some type of desire to either move forward or cause some type of successful situation. And they're going to carry the burden of that for whatever reason. So you're going to have to walk away from this fire sign. This also could be somebody that you're dating. If this is not somebody in your family, or it's like This they don't have to be directly in your family, like your brother, your mother, or whoever. This could be like, okay, well, I'm dating somebody, or I had a baby with somebody, and their family, they have a fire sign in their family, and they feel restricted because they were trying to manipulate a situation, and that's coming out to light, and they can't move forward when it comes to it. And now they feel like, okay, well, damn, now I'm unsuccessful. I don't really know what the burden and responsibility is going to be. Maybe they're going to try to take the route of, oh, I didn't know something was going on behind the scenes. I didn't know that all this pressure or all this stuff was going on when it comes to some type of upheaval with someone else that they feel like has some type of wish fulfillment. They're going to feel very judged as well. They are. Because they judge somebody that you're friends with, or they judge somebody that you knew, or they judge your past, or whatever the case may be. Okay, what else is going on for Libra? Something about your job could be important, whether you're getting back to work and you feel like something is going good, or you could be like, oh, this is toxic. Let me figure out how I can get out of this job, out of this department. Maybe you want to stay with the same company, but change departments. But you're fixated on either looking stable. It's like, oh, I want to make sure that I'm here for at least a year. I want to make sure that I have at least this amount of money. There's something that you're fixated on before you make this move. And it's causing you to kind of just sit back like, oh, I can just deal with it. I don't know. Maybe I can. Or maybe I'll just go back to this person and maybe they'll pay for me. Or he's like, maybe I'll just, go back into this relationship. I hate this job. And maybe we can just make this relationship work and move forward. But you know that you should ignore this person that you're considering. Because you're going to take a lot of action. Or it's going to take a lot of work. And they're not going to give you that much back. You already know this. You're dreaming of this, even though you know it's an illusion. And this is all out of anxiety over your finances or just something that you feel like could have been successful. Okay, let's move on. Last message for Libra. Something about time, whether you're teaching your kids time, you're making sure that you're on somewhere on time. It's like, okay, well, let me make sure I do this every day, or something about time could be important. Maybe somebody is worried about if they're going to go to jail. If you're a reader or you're working with a reader, it feels like there's going to be some type of release that happens. So somebody gives you some type of information, it'll release some type of pressure, it'll release some type of conflict that you're going through mentally or something like that. Also, there could be somebody that's going to either block you or somebody that already blocked you, or you could have blocked someone if you are this reader. Maybe you realized that you were working with a hater. You were working with someone who was trying to either cause some type of mental conflict, or they were trying to make it seem like they wasn't, or it was just some type of issue like, yeah, I'm not getting myself into this. It's just something you shouldn't have done or that you wouldn't have done. Maybe somebody told you that you shouldn't have done something. And you're like, okay, well, nah, this person's just a hater. I'm going to go to somebody else. I'm going to leave that alone. Especially if you were dating another air sign. You feel like, okay, well, I can be calm. I can make sure that I have some type of clear thinking. That way somebody comes back towards me. And this is about to bring some type of conflict. Because whoever you were working with or whatever it is, they actually created some type of blockage. I'm going to leave this alone. Reach out if it's your story, Libra. I feel like you're a Libra masculine. And you were dealing with another Libra and you shouldn't have been doing something. All right, what's going on for Libra? Let's leave that alone. All right, you see how I just got out of that? Somebody else should have left it alone too, and they knew they should have, and they did, and they created a blockage. Okay, so there's a water sign around, and this person feels stuck. They're trying to gain a new perspective, or if they're going to have some type of freedom, or something's going to lead to a weakness. Maybe this is somebody that has some type of desire to be flirting or dating somebody that was already intertwined with you. They wanted to charm this person just because they felt like it was fun, just because, they ain't had nothing else to do. They discovered somebody else that they were dating or talking to was stuck. And so it's like, okay, well, shit. The person I was talking to was cheating on me. And then I meet this person and they cheating on you. But shit, it's not my fault. So now they somehow got stuck in a situation when it comes to this person that y'all both are dealing with. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to move forward. Right now, they could be coming off as somebody that's like, oh, I'm just out having fun. I don't know if you're watching them on social media or y'all connected somehow, some way. But they could just be out doing whatever they want to. But secretly, they feel like, okay, well, I was being selfish, or there's some type of betrayal that's going on. And they're not sure how to get out of it. They feel like there's some type of stalemate to something being balanced. Maybe they thought they was going to get some type of job, or there was something that, yeah, there was some type of milestone or something they thought they was going to get and be able to celebrate. And now it's like, okay, something is just stuck. And they low-key could feel stuck. They could feel judged. They could want to balance out some type of manipulation. But I don't know. Is somebody pregnant? Maybe. Oh, gosh. Somebody could have been dealing with a Virgo or a fire sign. And somebody's trying to investigate, well, okay, well, what happens next if I keep this baby? We move forward. Will we still sleep together? Will you be in and out of some type of manipulation? Somebody's trying to figure out what to do. Will we get married? Or, you know, do you not really see a point in balancing this out? Or somebody's trying to figure this out. What does this have to do with you, Libra? If you don't know this water sign, this could be somebody that you could be a masculine. If you're not a feminine and this is somebody that you dated, or this is not somebody else's side chick, this could be a woman. Maybe she's trying to date you if you're a masculine. But she don't know if she wants to end a current cycle or something that she's going through right now. Somebody's feeling hopeless, and they feel like, okay, well, the best next thing that they can settle down with is you, and they feel like you can help them move. Absolutely not. Somebody may physically help you move. You also could have been around an earth sign, and you say, oh, well, this person moved, or I wonder where this person is. Maybe there's some type of breakdown in communication. There's some type of imbalance, but you want to either talk to this person, or it's like, okay, well, I just want to see this person online, or just see if I can reach out to them. Maybe you feel like, okay, well, there's some type of illusion and or finances, or there's some type of a secret finances that I have, or there's something that you've been keeping a secret about how you've been able to do something by yourself. And maybe you're curious, or maybe this is this person. Okay, so this is this earth sign. This could be a woman. You're curious on how they're able to afford something or do something on their own. They get some type of communication and or a message, and this is also giving a receipt from somebody who's married or who was going through some type of temporary sadness. And this helps them have a new start. So you may be questioning or wondering, like, damn, this person moved and did this and the third. How did they get this and the third? They had somebody that helped them. You also could be separating yourself from someone. This could be an air sign and or a fire sign. Even if this is a friend, or this could be a co-worker. Somebody that you work with at your business, and maybe you felt, okay, well, we all know the same people, or they know what was going on in your situation somehow, some way, and they wanted to embrace you. It's like, oh, you have a baby, or oh, you have this new car, or oh, you have something. But at the same time, this person wanted to be your rival. You need to walk away from this person. Absolutely not. Have some type of confidence that you can do something by yourself, or you can, maybe you're having confidence again that you can change departments. You don't like your coworkers. And you're trying to walk away from some type of manipulation. But you do have some type of skill. You do have something that you're really good at when it comes to work. You just may need to lean into it a little bit more. All right, Libra, let's get about y'all business. Because I feel like it's clear that y'all know what y'all need to do. But at the same time, you maybe just too exhausted to do it. I don't know. Somebody could be looking for a deal. There's some type of lack of growth when it comes to a situation. Congratulations on a rainbow, baby. If this is not you, somebody could be telling you like, oh, well, I'm pregnant. This could be happening. Or I got somebody pregnant. This could be happening in Capricorn season. And this could create some type of roadblock. All right. Somebody's sister likes you. Masculine or feminine, but something that's just not meant for you because it's going to lead to a lack of growth. You want to do the opposite, but you know which way you should go. It is safe to go back. We'll figure out exactly what this is because this does not mean a person all the time. You low-key impress yourself, or you're about to, especially when there was a situation that you consider armed and dangerous, and or somebody around you is about to be around someone else who's armed and dangerous, and this is about to happen. Make sure you're doing your affirmations when it comes to your business or reviving your business. There's some type of clarity that you will receive after an argument or after someone confesses. Somebody could be recommending your breakthrough. Somebody could be recommending your business, and this could be leading to a breakthrough to allow you to help yourself. Do not quit your job, okay? Even if you went through a rough pregnancy or postpartum, or you feel like you're going through one now. Something about your side person could be important, and or looking for a deal, or they could be running into someone else, and they could be leaving you alone. All right, let's see. Who's looking for a deal for Libra? All right, this could be a fire sign. If this is you looking for a deal, you will have some type of success. Now, you also, it's like, but I want to say there's some type of hidden something that you don't like about it, right? So let's say you're looking for a deal. I'm looking for a new apartment. I really want a nice size, a nice payment arrangement, or a nice whatever. You get it, but then once you get it, it's like, oh, there's some things I don't like about it. I don't like the microwave. I don't like the dishwasher. I don't like. There's something that you don't like, but it's still a new breakthrough for you. So if this is you looking for the deal, it's something that's stable, something that you can hold on to and or pay for, but there's something emotionally you don't like. It's like, okay, well, let me just protect myself, or I can protect myself as I'm going through this change. All right, you will find it. Okay, when it comes to this breakthrough, okay, so don't desire something that you can't attain. Okay, so don't go after something that's unrealistic. If you want a new car or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, I know I need something, but this is out of my budget, or this is going to make me stretch every month, or I'm going to have to work double overtime or whatever. Don't do something that's going to be unrealistic, okay? Because you need to be tender to yourself throughout this process, and that's going to make you do the opposite. Don't quit your job. You can help yourself. Let's figure out who's armed and dangerous for Libra. This could be a Pisces, an Aries. Libra, this could be you, or another one. This could be a fire sign, more specifically a Sagittarius, Aquarius, or a Capricorn. Somebody's armed and dangerous, or they're going to consider you armed and dangerous. Or there's a situation that's about to happen. Who's going to be around this person who's armed and dangerous if it hasn't happened? This could be a Virgo. This could be a Cancer, a Sagittarius. Heavy on a Sagittarius, a Cancer, a Leo, a Capricorn, a Scorpio. Okay. Something's about to happen. All right. You also may need to decline something. Someone. You low-key impress yourself when it comes to what? Either you seen somebody's deception. You knew that somebody was keeping a secret, and so you decided, like, you know what, I'm just going to have a new start. I'm about to walk away. I'm just about to go do something. I'm about to just go expose something, or just try and have blind faith that something was going to come to light, and it did. And you low-key compress. You probably could compress your emotions by it. It's like, okay, well, I don't really know who I'm going to run into, or I don't really know what reaction I'm going to get, but I'm still going to come clean about a situation, and you impress yourself. Good job. Shout out to you. And it feels like somebody is going to have to come clean, because they're going to either go into isolation or there's some type of distance that they're going to create. Because they feel like, okay, well, damn, I should have repressed something, or I should have blocked something, and they didn't. So somebody don't really want to face their own karma, but instead of like either apologizing or admitting it, they're just going to create some type of distance. And this could be happening soon. All right, what's not meant for you, Libra? For you to be holding on to something that you feel like is like overly possessive. For you to go into a bad opportunity, a bad property. You could be dealing with this Virgo, this Leo for sure. Another Libra, another Scorpio. Somebody's possessive and they're still trying to make something work. It's just not meant for you. You need to get out of it. They're trying to get out of their head right now, and or be released from some type of restriction regarding this fire sign or this water sign. You need to let it go. Somebody also could be overspending right now, even though they still work. They're in some type of debt, or they still don't have enough to cover something that they're supposed to be paying for. And so right now they're obsessed with some type of status and or being seen a certain type of way, or using their body for whatever they want. And they're going to need a new perspective because there's somebody else around them that they feel like, okay, well, this person looks good and I want to see if I can go after this person, but they don't feel like they have any value and or self-worth right now. And this is making them scattered and frustrated. And they feel like, okay, well, cool. There's some type of aggression when it comes to you, but I can still make sure that this is practical because you don't have some type of work-life balance, or they feel like there's some type of imbalance when it comes to you, or you're a child. Something that y'all have to invest in and together for a while. Your car, there's something that they feel like that they know that you need, and so they're trying to use this as a way to get what they want. So it's just not meant for you. Let it go. All right, whose sister likes you? Who's the person that says your sister? There could be a Libra sister. There could be a Leo sister. an Aries, or a water sign. Their sister likes you. Anything else? Who's going to be recommending your business? Maybe you're recommending somebody else's business. There could be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Leo, an air sign. A Virgo is out here for sure. An Aries. So just be careful when it comes to this. If you're recommending their business for something, you may feel like, okay, well, I'm recommending them, we're reconciling, or things is feeling good, until you realize that somebody is unsuccessful, or what they've been doing, they've been reconciling with somebody they told you that they wasn't going to be stable with, and you're going to be like, oh, but I've been sending you money, or I've been doing this, and you've been uninspired to work with me, or you've been trying to move forward and sending money to somebody else. It may lead to some type of drama. Okay, FYI when it comes to that. You could be receiving clarity after an argument. With who? Who are you arguing with? This could be with a Libra, a Scorpio, an Aries, a Capricorn, a Cancer. All right. Somebody could have blocked their friendship, or somebody could have blocked something that they feel like was unstable, and or you may feel like they were jealous and or moody because of this. And this may cause a type of argument. All right. Do your affirmations. What's going on with your side person? It say yours, so be honest with yourself. There's some type of conflict when it comes to them. Maybe they feel like they're having to compete with their rival, or whoever it is that you're giving offers towards. You're giving them some type of imagination, and they feel like, okay, well, you lack some type of discipline, and or you're unsteady when it comes to this other person that you're dealing with. They feel like you're dealing with this Cancer, this Leo, this Virgo, this Aries, this Leo. And they feel like you have some type of issue, and they probably walk away from you. All right, who's going through the rough pregnancy or postpartum? We don't wish bad on anybody. We don't care what they're going through or how they got in their scenario. All right. This could be an Aquarius, a Scorpio, or a Leo, a Virgo. Okay. Don't wish bad on nobody. Let them go through their business. All right. You want to do the opposite of what? So if there's something that's causing you to be overactive, if there's something that makes you feel a little disappointed, or something that triggers your emotions, whatever this is, and you feel like, okay, well, I can sit back and I can feed into some type of energy to cause a burden, you need to do the opposite. Because you're going to be disappointed in how this creates some type of growth for someone. And you're like, well, damn, that wasn't the point. And then you're going to be sitting back thinking like, okay, well, damn, well, what does this mean? And how can I control the situation? Or how do I get back out of a situation? You're going to want to back yourself out of it, because there's going to be some type of lack of growth. All right, what's the roadblock for Libra? It's hard for you to release something that you feel like is secure, right? So it's like, okay, well, I know exactly how this restaurant tastes. I know exactly how something's going to play out, and I don't want to release it. I don't want to let go. I know exactly how my neighbors are at this apartment complex, or whatever this is, and you not want to let go of something is a roadblock. All right, when do you need to address this, guy? So address this by Taurus season, because if not, you're going to be disappointed in some type of offer that you could have had, and or is it something that was supposed to be, if you would have moved forward, would have made you happy. All right, address it by Taurus season. Let's do your confirmations, and we're going to wrap up out of y'all energy. Okay, it's not the last Virgo. Somebody's going to reconcile, but you need to let them go. Okay, something about your B-Day suit could be important, or somebody's going to try to tell you that they're very attracted to your body. There's something about a grandparent could be important. If this is not yours, this could be your child's grandparent. There's a water sign who was knowingly and or unknowingly the third party. You may come up short when it comes to a situation. If you have a spiritual business, it's okay to be the only one to know that you're the one. You saw his or her red flag. Somebody could have checked out of a situation and or a conversation early. So you could be talking to someone and they're not even really listening to you. Someone lost you for good. Or maybe you checked out the conversation or the situation. There's a genuine mix-up. Whenever you figure out what this is, just laugh about it. This could be like your delivery or your grocery. Something gets mixed up, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, I actually needed something that they had, and they actually needed something that you had, and something like that could happen. It's okay to step out the spotlight if you need to. There's somebody that feels caught because they tried to overstep you. Or you may feel caught if you try to overstep somebody else, and you're going to have to adapt. You can overhear somebody having sex. There's going to be an automatic shut off or shut down, either of a service, a program, a relationship, or just a work, something in general. All right, Libra, let's move on. Who's out the Libra? Scorpio? All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on with y'all. You may want to try something new, or maybe you're going to tell someone that just try something new or give something a try. Somebody's going to feel like there's some type of deception. Somebody's not going to want to listen to you and or believe you when it comes to a situation. Or you're dealing with someone who's trying to deceive you and put you in your emotions. So FYI, when it comes to this, you could definitely be dealing with the air sign, another Scorpio, and or a Leo. Somebody's all talk is bad news, and you're going to be confused because right now you're trying to focus on them or to show them like, okay, well, I can have compassion for you. I can adapt. I can show you that I can be flexible. Just for them to decide like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want this. Or yeah, I was actually making other plans behind the scenes and you're going to feel thrown off. There could be a new baby that's around or somebody that's younger than you and you're trying to adapt to this. You also could want to have a conversation with someone. Something about the numbers 28 could be important. 8 to your work hours, 72, 2 to 7. Something like that could be important. But there could be a child and or a new baby that's around. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, I can influence how someone else adapts to this. They may seem happy right now. But then they're going to be like, yeah, no, thank you. Example, it's like, okay, well, I just wanted to see if you wanted to come around for Christmas. If you want to hang out with everybody or with the kids, or if you want to bring your kids or this and the third. It's like, oh, yeah. Sure, thanks. And then 2 days later, it's like, yeah, absolutely not. I'm not going towards that. Or somebody completely backs out. And maybe you're confused because somebody, again, gave you some type of plans or some type of ignition. Like, okay, yeah, we could do this. Or, yeah, this is going to work. And it's like, okay, yeah, no, thank you. They don't want to lay the foundation for this. Okay. Somebody also may feel like you lack some type of playfulness right now. It's like, okay, well, do you want to celebrate? Do you even want to have a good time? Do you even want to embrace the holidays or whatever? This could be somebody that you're married to or somebody that you hit different milestones with. It's like, okay, well, we done been through college together. This is me and my best friend, and we done been through certain lifestyles or life things together. And it's like, okay, well, what's going on with you? There could be an Aries or Leo around. Heavy on the Leo, the Aries. There also could be a Taurus. Maybe a Capricorn or a Gemini. Somebody feels like you're thrown off when it comes to this marriage because there's something that you fear. There's something that's keeping you up at night. They don't know if you feel embarrassed by a situation or there's something that you feel like you recognize and that you're trying to move forward about them. There also could be this Aquarius or this water sign that's trying to adapt to a situation. They feel like they influence a situation as well, and they're trying to balance this out. So it could be people around you that's getting some type of karma. They're trying to balance out some type of conflict with someone that's avoiding them. What does this have to do with you? Somehow, either you know this fire sign and or y'all both know this air sign, this water sign. I don't know how y'all know this, but there's going to be some type of sudden change in somebody's finances. And they're going to realize, okay, well, damn, I made the wrong decision. Somebody really does have some type of promising future, or they have some type of fruits of their labor, and I shouldn't have judged them, or I shouldn't have created a situation that was going to lead to a heartbreak. Okay. What else for Scorpio? Maybe you're going on a trip. There could be some type of, it's like, oh, I don't know, we should be planning for this or we should be doing this. You could be confused by it. You don't think something is going to be fun. You feel like somebody's like, okay, well, we don't need to be committed to this right now, or somebody needs to be focused on their business or their finances, or they should be anxious about how something's going to move forward, and they're trying to worry about some type of trip and or stabilizing something that's not going to be successful. You feel like somebody's attention is diverted from what it needs to be. They don't have some type of energy to get through some type of conflict to balance away. Yeah. And this is all out of ego. But at the same time, they feel like, okay, well, I can be a perfectionist, or, you know, I can do something to the extreme. And then it's like, okay, well, yeah, I don't really want to fix something about my business, but I'll just work extra. I don't want to have good customer service when it comes to my business, but I'll just put in extra work to make sure that I'm a master at what I do. That way it brings business anyway, and then it starts to lead some type of tension, or there's some type of issue when it comes to their clients or something like that. Who is this, Scorpio? Somebody could be having issues with their business. This could be a Cancer for sure. A Leo, a Pisces, a Scorpio. This could be you, a Taurus or a Virgo. Maybe an Aries. Somebody felt like, okay, well, I can ignore the fact that I was frustrated and or that I created some type of anger or some type of energy. And yeah, I could have delegated it or I can go apologize, but I'm just going to support the fact that I know who I am and I can overcome this challenge by just moving on like it didn't happen. And it's not going to work like that. Somebody's going to feel exhausted. They're going to feel like they're burnt out and on the edge of giving up or letting go of this business. Well, the only thing that they had to do was balance something out and or, again, make some type of agreement to like, okay, well, let bygones be bygones. I won't say nothing about you. You won't say nothing about me or whatever the case may be. And they didn't want to do it. All right, Scorpio. So you could be around somebody that don't really want to tuck their tail. What else is going on for you? What can you expect in the next 7 days? There may be some type of debt. There may be some type of issue. Or you may feel like, okay, well, damn, what happened to the money? It's like you had money in your account. So, okay, yeah, I feel good. I locked my card or whatever. You go back and say, damn, well, what happened to the money that I had? When did I make some type of decision? Or there could be something that's going on when it comes to your finances. Something feels unstable and you're not sure how to get out of a situation or if you're going to be able to pay for something. Hopefully this is not like you're actually like you're in a service environment, right? So it's like, okay, you're in the mix of getting your pedicure done. You're in the mix of getting your nails done. And all of a sudden your money's gone. It's like, okay, well, damn, well, what happened? It's like, okay, I can't just leave or I've got to make sure that something gets taken care of. Somebody's going to have some type of desire to fix this for you. You're going to call somebody and they'll get it fixed. There also could be somebody around you. This could be a Virgo, an Aquarius, a Cancer, a Leo, an Aquarius, or another earth sign. This could be a Taurus or a Leo. Somebody feels like, okay, well, there's some type of lack of stability and or lack of resources right now. So I'm going to try to forgive and or reconcile with someone else who has some type of accomplishment. Yeah, I can completely embarrass this person, or yeah, I said that this person has a type of lack of direction or whatever, but they actually have a spiritual path, or they actually have something that's going for them. They were just frustrated and trying to be either held back or some type of financial issue. Somebody's going to tell the truth. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, it's kind of too late to kind of smooth the sailing between these people or between the family at this point. Because somebody procrastinated too long and the person that they were talking shit about feels like, okay, well, I can control my own scenario. I can control my own mood and emotions of this. Because they knew that somebody was a cheater. There was multiple people around. This is definitely a family dynamic. There's an argument. Somebody wants to double back to their ex after they trashed them to their family, basically. And so they're trying to figure out how they can do so. And somebody in the family is like, nah, well, you did too much. Not only did you trash their name, but, you know, you made somebody else in the family hate them. So how you going to fix that? There's no way that we can, you know, there was a conversation that was left on red, or there was a conversation that was out of an argument, or whatever the case may be. And so, yeah, there was some type of lies or deception. So what you going to do about that? Somebody's trying to clean it up, but they're going to have to go through all the process of cleaning it up. All right, what else can you expect, Scorpio? We're going to get you a confirmation. You could be seeing somebody as the same name as someone in your family. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's, I don't know, Sasha. And then I was thinking about Sasha the other day. And then you get an email from somebody and say, oh, I just wanted to talk to you about something. And in the caption, somebody's name is Sasha or something like that. I don't know. It could be some type of coincidence that happens. But there's some type of letter, some type of communication about how somebody didn't take action or what somebody wasn't doing. And you may feel embarrassed because of this. You may start to discredit them because it feels like they were trying to act like they had some type of private achievement or that they were able to move on from a scenario. And now you're going to completely ignore somebody. It's also bad news that they didn't recognize something about someone else's stability and or home. It's like, why didn't you see this? Or why didn't you recognize this? Or why didn't you do something? And it's going to be clear that the person that they didn't recognize something about is about to get married or it's about to meet someone else. It's like, okay, well, why are you still holding something over someone else's head? Or there's something that you're about to get the full details and picture about why somebody did something or their thought process and mentality over someone else. There also could be a Pisces that's around. And this person could come off as like, oh, this person's just a new project. This person is just someone else that they have potential, but they need to go ahead and wrap this up and close this out. Because you feel like, again, they're just being lazy. They're procrastinating. They're planting seeds with people that they shouldn't be. So there's somebody around you. You're like, I just wish they stop. Or they feel like this about you, Scorpio. All right, let's get you some confirmation messages. There could be some type of new opportunities that's coming towards you. Congratulations when it comes to it. There's somebody around you that's unable to provide for their child. Make sure you realize that you resting is not lazy. You may feel like there's an ongoing battle because your opportunities are delayed, but there's a new job or something that's coming towards you, and you're going to be able to troubleshoot. There also could be something that's broken that you may need to fix, or you may have to do like a claim, or maybe somebody's going to small claims court. Maybe there's an eviction. Somebody could be calling you out your name. Who's doing this? They could be mad because they feel like there's some type of opportunity that's delayed for them. This could be a Sagittarius. This could be a Gemini. Heavy on a Gemini, heavy on a Sagittarius, a Cancer, or a Gemini. Or maybe you're realizing like, oh, okay, well, I don't like this person. They do actually create issues. Maybe there's some type of issue either with their car or the way that they make choices. They created some type of big mess because they feel like, okay, well, I can adapt to some type of change, or I can make someone adapt to some type of change and or resources, some type of support. They feel like I can give them some type of energy and or passion. And then once I want to be sharp and or cut something down or, shut something down, then they'll have to figure it out on their own. Okay, somebody could be talking shit about you. Your gym partner and your co-worker really likes you. Who is this for Scorpio? Who's the co-worker? Who's the gym partner? This could be a Leo, but it may not go too well with the Leo. This could be a Gemini. This could be a Capricorn. This could be a Virgo. Okay, somebody really likes you. When it comes to something being delayed, what season will you see the... So give it until Taurus season. Heavy on the Taurus season. Something about the numbers 35 or 53 could be important, whether this is days, time, there may be some type of process that you have to do. And maybe it feels like, oh, this is going to be a lot. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take some type of process, some type of time. And then things kind of just work out for you. And then you realize, okay, I have some type of freedom. There also could be some type of hardship that's coming up, and this may delay some type of opportunity. It's like, okay, well, maybe you get an opportunity to get a house or an apartment with you and your partner, but at the same time, there's some type of issue within your relationship, and somebody's like, okay, well, no, I think I want to do something by myself. But it's like, okay, well, let's not be restricted, or let's not restrict ourselves out of some type of grief or whatever. Let's still do it. And it's like, no, I'm gonna be, humiliated if I make the sacrifice, or if I do something for you or with you. Somebody wants to go the completely opposite way. They want to end something. Somebody also may want you to find fault and or humiliate you for how something ended, and or some type of breakup. Maybe there was some type of interference and you were confused on either if there was going to be some type of sacrifice, a baby, if there was going to be some type of fairy tale, or what was going to happen with this situation or this person. Who am I talking to? Scorpio? You could be dealing with a Taurus for sure, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Libra, a Cancer, or an Aries. Okay. You're going to be attracting some money, so congratulations. When you getting the money? Don't forget to get the money. Rule number 2. What's that song? Don't forget to get the money. Okay, I can't think about it. All right, this could be in Gemini season. Don't forget to get the money. Maybe you're going to be telling somebody that, okay, well, yeah, you can have an attitude, but still pick up the money, or still do this, that, and the third. Maybe, I don't know. You're trying to teach somebody how to walk away from a situation because maybe you already know how to do so. So it's like you switch sides. It's like, okay, well, now that you know somebody's unable to prepare or provide for a child, it's like, okay, well, let me switch sides. Let me see if I can go explore the other parent and see if we can figure this out and get some type of new perspective, so that way you still feel like something is settled. You could be trying to change something, and you're going to be telling them, okay, well, there's going to be some type of tension, but this is a way that you can explore something, or you figure out something, so that way you can get the verdict or get something that you want. You could be telling someone how to go through some type of challenge and or navigate some type of situation because they've healed, and or because you want them to heal from some type of issue. Okay. Resting isn't lazy, so get some rest. There's an earth sign that's coming. What's going on with this relationship with you and this earth sign? Somebody may bore you, or you may feel like, oh, this person don't really do too much. They always like to sleep, or they always just kind of like keep themselves supported. You may feel like this person is boring. It's like, okay, well, they don't really bother you, but at the same time, they don't really do anything that excites you. So they're just in the background for whatever reason. And maybe they're trying to change some type of direction, and that's why they're not really focused. It's like they're trying to go after something that they're trying to achieve, or they feel like, okay, well, I like to use my isolations in order to do something or to do something the way I want to. So like they're very sensitive about their time. They're trying to overcome something, and they feel like, okay, well, when I have rest or when I have time to pause, yeah, I like to keep connections, but at the same time, I also like to redivide my time or redirect myself in order to protect myself. So you may be like, okay, well, somebody's ignoring you or somebody putting you on the back burner. They feel like they have other things that they need to work on. You may need to meal prep. Somebody could have saw a DM, even if y'all were friends at one point in time or deeply in love. It's like, yeah, I'm not responding to that. Okay, what do you need to troubleshoot, Scorpio? Something that's practical. So this could be a TV. This could be your Wi-Fi. This could be something that you use every day. You will be able to fix it. You also could be trying to troubleshoot when it comes to your community or where you want to live. It's like, okay, well, how do we fix this relationship? If I want to move forward, if I want to get something done, or if I want to meet someone else, I got to be able to find a new direction or a new person. There's something that you're trying to get something done completely. Because there's an earth sign that you were attached to, and you feel like, okay, well, we can get through some type of challenge, but they want to keep it moving. They want to end something, or they're about to in 3 to 6 months. There could definitely be somebody who's pregnant. When do you get this new job? This could happen before your birthday. We definitely got Scorpio season, so congratulations. And maybe you actually never expect to get this job, whatever this is. It may be like you apply for a few ones, but then you apply for like, oh, I'm just going to shoot for the win when it comes to this like store manager job or this whatever, and then you get it and say, oh, dang. Okay, I never actually expected that. So congratulations. All right, so do something for you. Do something by yourself and or for yourself. You could have love options that are fighting, or people that you love are trying to fight a situation or a person. There could be a estranged child, sibling, or family member that's around. You may need to go cross-watch an air sign reading. You are going to see the differences once the details come out. Somebody got caught up red-handed, and maybe somehow they're going to try to send you some type of videos or say something about it to try to make it seem like, oh, it's just a joke or something that's not as bad. You could be watching prank videos. Somebody called you out in front of other people on purpose because they're hiding something. There's a one-time same-sex experience out here. So somebody could say, oh, well, yeah, I did have sex with the same sex, but it was only one time, or it was only because of this, that, and the third, or, you know, I should be vindicated because, you know, we were doing it together with another opposite sex, or I don't know. Don't fly too close to the sun when you get something to go your way, because there's somebody in your circle that's trying to get you out of the sun. But there is a solution that's waiting for you to find it. Something about after hours could be also important. Somebody may want you to work after hours. All right, let's move on. Sagittarius. If you miss your segment, it'll be posted on YouTube. What's going on for Sagittarius? Okay, you could be focused on your business right now. You could be trying to overcome some type of challenges and or focus on the big picture. You also could be trying to celebrate some type of milestone and say, oh, I got this suite, I got this business, I got this something, and I'm grateful to have it, or you're happy about it. You feel like this is something that you can rethink your approach by and how you handle a situation. You also could be attached to someone, a Scorpio, an Aries, an Aquarius, a Taurus, or a Gemini. And maybe somebody came off and said, oh, I know what to do. I'm a visionary, or, you know, I can make sure that you're okay, that you're stable. And it's like, okay, you can come be with me. You can come live with me, or we can have something together. Somebody's going to come clean about some type of decision and or how you're going to have to do something by yourself. And this may make you sad. There could be a court or... So depending on whose side you're on, what side are you on? You didn't pop out either way. So somebody could be going to court. Either somebody's going to court and you're not really going to go to their court date to support them, or you're the person that's going to court and you may feel like you're alone when it comes to it. Somebody may have an attorney or somebody that they felt like, okay, well, yes, they have some type of power, or they have some type of position, but as long as you pay them under the table or you do something that can help you avoid a situation. Somebody could have told you, like, okay, well, continue to move or continue to do something for yourself. I'm going to have some type of rapid change, or I'm going to have something that's coming for me, or something that's going to be balanced out. But there could be something that ends up making them feel like, okay, well, I don't have the stability, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources of what I actually need to get out of a situation. They're trying to tackle some type of debt, or they're trying to tackle something right now. So that way, again, if they feel disconnected or they feel like they need it, but they still might not have enough. And the judge or whoever this is may communicate very clearly, like, okay, well, if this is what you want your wish fulfillment to be, this is exactly how you're going to do something. This is exactly how you're going to progress. If this is you that's going to court, Sagittarius, for whatever reason, you may have to come clean about a situation, some type of boundary, some type of paperwork, communication, or whatever it is. Something will be a wish fulfillment, but you may not be able to embrace your kids, or there may be something that's like, oh, this isn't an issue. And that may bring up some type of emotions and or confusions. If this is not a criminal case, this could be like a CPS case. There's something that's going on when it comes to someone having to talk to someone else in a position of authority. Or you're in someone's family, and maybe you knew this was going on behind the scenes, and now you're confused because the person in the family feels like, okay, well, let's just move past this, and we can make sure that something is a wish fulfillment, and as long as we have a clear boundary on how we talk to whoever this is that we were trying to get in the mix with CPS. And so maybe now you're starting to ignore this person because you feel like they're unstable, or they're not even honest about the action that they take. But they want you to kind of jump up and respond to the things that they want you to do whenever they want you to do it. And so it's like, okay, well, you accepted that this is who they are, or what they are, or who they do. But at the same time, you feel like they're only delegating, or they're making you do something because they're resistant to a change. It's like a child, right? Like a teenage child. Or this is like maybe this is even your boss. It's like, okay, well, you're only telling me to do this shit because you don't want to do it yourself, or you're only telling me that I got to do something a certain type of way. This even could be someone in a relationship. It's like, okay, well, you're telling me that I got to call you every time I leave the house, or every time I do something because you're out cheating and you want to know exactly where I'm at. Or like I said, this could be a child, and they feel like, okay, well, my parent done try to fuck over somebody else by having them in a CPS case, and now they just want that somebody else to be around, like everything is all good, and they want me to jump up and act like, you know, I can blend the situation, or I can help, or I should respond to this, that, and the third. They want you to be in the midst versus just apologizing. And maybe you could be drifting away from whoever this family member is because you feel like they only care about the dark side of their wealth, or they're indecisive about how to actually get through a situation and what action they need to take. So you could be side-eyeing somebody for sure, Sagittarius. Okay, what else? So there's some type of insecurity with who? This could be with a Leo that's around you, a Scorpio, an air sign, or a Taurus. Somebody feels like, okay, well, maybe I am disappointed. Maybe I was being emotionally immature. And when they got some type of clarity that they had to walk away from a scenario, or something wasn't going to go the way that they wanted to. And although they're trying to avoid some type of adversity, or they feel like, okay, well, you know, it's not the bad thing in the world, they still feel like there's some type of punishment or guilt or dishonesty that they have to pay for. That's why they're being in the situation that they're in. Somebody was dishonest regarding a friend, or somebody that they were supposed to embrace. Somebody went to the justice system and or lied about some type of paperwork, so that way they can, again, influence some type of manipulation on someone else. And now they're like, okay, they're sitting back like, damn, okay, so what happens to that paperwork? What happened to the scenario? Or what happened to, how does this person still be able to rethink their approach and move out of some type of misdirection where they don't even know? They actually have some type of clarity that they need to walk away from this situation or this person that you know. But they're confused by it because they have some type of emotional attachment to this person. They do. And maybe they're also confused on how much this person took, or how much action they took in order to maintain control or do this. But they may be finding out by Sagittarius season, or you may be, I don't know, maybe somehow you're saying something, or it's like somehow you give them some type of foresight. It's like, yeah, you may just want to move past it. It's like you send somebody a message, right? And it's like, oh, well, so-and-so's coming into town. And somehow you text that person. It's like, yeah, I don't know. There's some type of imbalance here. I don't know if you want to come, or, you know, you may want to just let this go at this point in time. And then they listen to you. Okay. There also could be some type of challenge to something that you're trying to do and how you're moving forward. Maybe you feel like something is not actually going to work. If this is not you, this could be a Gemini, a Virgo, a Libra, heavy on the Virgo, a Sagittarius. It could be you. Somebody's like, okay, well, I've been hustling or I've been living beyond my means, and now there's some type of deep ending or there's some type of betrayal or a harsh conversation that's happening, and they're confused because they feel like there's no right choice on how to get out of it. They're still conflicted, and they feel like there's some type of tension that's happening with someone else that they were trying to either hate on or cause someone else to be a hater to who? To someone that they were sleeping with? Okay. So somebody created a clear boundary. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to sleep with you. I'm not going to be in and out when it comes to you. And so they started to hate this person. And so it's like, okay, well, since you don't want to sleep with me and you don't want to be with me, I'm going to bring some type of tension towards you. I'm going to make sure the people that I do sleep with hate you, or is some type of indecision when it comes to your value or who you are. Somebody got mad because someone else didn't want to agree with them or do what they wanted them to do. And so now it feels like they get some type of alignment, or they feel stuck when it comes to their work or some type of system, their marriage or whatever. Something gets caught up in the hindsight because they're a hypocrite. And you could be sitting back watching this happen. Who are you watching this happen to? This could be a Cancer, heavy on the Cancer. This could be a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Leo, a water sign. So this could be an earth sign, a water sign, or a fire sign. And you're watching this happen to them. All right. Ooh, what's this? That could be something that kind of gets your attention. And you're like, oh, wait, let me see how I can use this or get in touch with this. Or maybe you want to get in touch with somebody. Maybe you're watching somebody online. You could be someone that has a tattoo or know someone that wants a tattoo or that's a tattoo artist. Somebody feels like, okay, where you're edgy, you're creative, and something about you is deep. You like to contemplate things, or you question everything. Maybe something about your pictures or the way you travel. Maybe you go to the mountains, or you like to just kind of be out on the go. Somebody wants to talk to you about a situation. Again, this could be somebody that has a tattoo, or you're the person that has a tattoo, and you want to talk to someone else. Someone could be ignoring your call. This could be a business owner. Someone that feels like, okay, well, I'm powerful right now. I'm driven when it comes to a situation. You know, when I sit back and think about the things that I've created or what I see, you know, I want to make sure that I leave a mark and I'm not intertwining myself with people who are just kind of, you know, on for the show or just want some type of cloud or energy. You could be someone that likes to blog, or maybe you are doing some type of travel blog, or something about you being on social media or behind the camera could be important. Maybe you're a photographer. Maybe somehow you either help businesses. You could do something in the media, or you can do something either in music, like you're a business owner. What they call it? DJ. You could know somebody that does something at wedding venues. Like you're the music person, somebody's a photographer, somebody else, you know, sets the situation up or whatever when it comes to this meaningful moment. There could be someone that's like, okay, well, I want to see, you know, if we can have good vibes outside of work. Somebody wants to serenade you, but at the same time, they're going to forget you at the moment that you say yes, because this person's just an actor. They like to put on a show, and they feel like you got your mind or attention on some type of adventure or something that's going to refine you. They also could feel like you look like somebody that has old money. It's like, oh, the way that you dress, or just something about you is like very old, or it's like, okay, this person is nerdy, but they're still successful. Somebody could be interested in talking to you because of your work or somebody that you work with. All right, let's keep moving forward, Sagittarius. What else? You could be ignoring somebody's call. Maybe you feel like somebody's ignoring yours. You also could be telling somebody, like, look, if you're trying to beg me, you can't be really choosy about the situation. Or maybe this is how you feel. It's like, okay, well, I can't be choosy because I'm trying to beg someone to get me out of this type of issue. Your speech could be developing, or someone else's is. If this is not a child, this could, again, you could be doing something on camera or something like that. You are the father. Congratulations. Okay, somebody's pregnant. Who's the person that's pregnant, Sagittarius? Oh, this could be you, Sagittarius, is pregnant. Congratulations. Or this could be a Taurus, a Gemini, heavy on the air sign, a Pisces, a Virgo. Or this is the father. You're telling them. It's like, oh, well, they're like, okay, they're trying to question you about a pregnancy, and you're like, no, you are the father. And again, you're talking to a Pisces, a Virgo. It could be another Sagittarius, a Taurus, or Gemini. Are they actually the father? Well, some of them are not. I got no out here twice. 2 of them may not actually be the father. So if you were sleeping around, if there was some type of like attachment you had to someone and you thought that they were protecting themselves, that may not be true. Somebody could have been lying to you and all talk. Okay, so just FYI when it comes to that, because you're going to have to know how to walk away from this. What's the ongoing battle for Sagittarius? You're not trusting yourself. You're disconnected from your own intuition and or you're not listening to it. You know that there's some type of hidden secrets and or some type of secret agenda. And instead of you just accepting this and finding peace, you feel like, okay, well, I can delay this or I can kind of hold off and or communicate slowly until there's some type of slowdown, or just be careful when it comes to this. So it's going to create an ongoing battle. Also, there's something that you keep doing, right? So it's like you know that you need to stop doing something, but you've accepted that it's just a part of who you are. And whenever you get frustrated, you feel like, okay, fine, I'll go do this. I'll go spend money on this. And somehow it leads you right in front of a judge, or it leads you back to square one. So you need to break this cycle when it comes to it, because if not, it's going to lead to bad karma. If you're not going through this bad karma, who is? All right, this could be a Gemini. This could be you, Sagittarius, a Cancer, a Scorpio, an Aries, a Taurus, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, a Virgo, a Sagittarius. It could be you. All right, why are they going through bad karma? Somebody was lying. Somebody was not trying to change. Somebody was trying to hold someone else stagnated and or hold them from transforming themselves. They feel like, okay, well, I'm someone that you're familiar with, so you should want to work with me, or you should be able to see me in my best energy and or give me a chance. But this was only out of stagnancy. They were trying to delay this person and or cause them to go into a negative phase. But this person knew to surrender the situation and or to let it go, and they separated themselves from a bad opportunity. And so now the person who was trying to do it is in some type of deep-seated fear. Yeah, because they feel like there's more than one thing they're starting to ignore and or bypass them. They're feeling disconnected from their hard work and or something that's productive. So it's like, okay, well, yes, I still show up to work, but it's only just to discover, you know, if I can make it through the day, or just so that way nobody's mad at me or whatever the case may be. They're not really putting in extra energy into this out of insecurity. They're also worried about being isolated and or there's going to be some type of fight or tension that they have to go through. Okay, who's not a nice person? This could be a Pisces, a Cancer, a Leo, a Virgo, a Libra, Aquarius, a Cancer. Okay, they're not a nice person. Somebody's speech could be developing and or somebody's going to want to talk to you more. You may need to wait for better when it comes to what? Okay, so you're positive that there's something that's just a moment of time. So it's like, okay, well, you're open to waiting for better. Yeah, you are. So you're telling yourself, like, I'm going to wait for better. You feel like all is well when it comes to things that you need or how things are playing out. There may be some certain things that like have you in a delay, or you feel like, okay, well, I have to sacrifice this. I can't really get the one that I want, or something that's just a little too expensive or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, I'll just wait whenever you feel like you don't have a decision to make. This also could be somebody that you are either dating or that wants to date you. Something's been highlighted when it comes to their instability, or how they don't have some type of resources, or how something is one-sided, and you feel like you're going to be stuck in some type of inner alignment or trying to play it safe when it comes to this person. So you're choosing to wait until you meet someone else. But you could still be giving some type of strength to them and playing into their ego just in case you need them to move forward, or just in case you need them to do something. But they may be trying to progress with this water or this air sign that they don't feel like has some type of value. They feel like this person don't really have any money and or anything to them, but it's like, okay, well, shit, since I don't have any long-term vision, I might as well balance something out with somebody. They also could be trying to balance something out with a Capricorn or another earth sign, and they feel like that situation is ending, or there's some type of deep wound here that they recognize, or that person recognizes about them, and so they're moving forward. They also could be trying to end this person from talking to someone else, this Aquarius or this Pisces. They could be doing this right now. They could be trying to stop them from talking to someone else. All right, who has bad memories for Sagittarius? All right, so this could be a Libra, A Capricorn, Aquarius, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, or an air sign. What do they have bad memories about? This could be their home. This could be like, okay, well, how they balance things out with people that's supposed to bring them some type of peace or some type of retreat. It's like, yeah, no thank you. I just rather not. So it's like every time somebody goes to their hometown, or every time somebody goes around their family, or it's like, okay, well, I can be patient, I can be peaceful. Maybe something will just be relaxing. And then in the midst of this, they start to sit back and contemplate on, like, okay, any type of bad memories that they had and why they feel unstable or why they feel they're not a part of the unit as much as they should be. And then they move forward. It's like, okay, well, I'll just accept that this is how things are, and I'll just kind of play into my own relationships or whatever I can create going forward. So you may be wondering, it's like, well, why did somebody never show up, or why did somebody never around? It's because they feel like they can find a space and opportunity for themselves. All right, who needs to find something safe to do? You could be opening a business, or you're about to find some type of space and opportunity to open a business. Or maybe you just got a business suite or something like that. All right, this could be a Gemini, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Cancer, a Libra, and or a Capricorn. Heavy on the air sign or a Sagittarius. Somebody need to find something safe to do. They're fixated on having someone else have some type of restart or being lonely and or ignored. And because this makes them happy and or positive, it seems like they feel weighed down when it comes to a relationship, or they're trying to weigh someone down by a relationship, so that way they can make someone feel ignored. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to make you feel like you need to give me all your time and all your energy, so that way you don't have time for your kids. That way you don't have time for your job, your family, or whatever the case may be. And whoever's doing that need to find something safe to do. Okay. Something about a janitor, a housekeeper, or you needing to clean up could be important. You could be opening a business. If this is not you, who is this? Maybe somebody's opening another stream of income. This could be you, Sagittarius, or a Capricorn. This could be a Taurus, a Gemini, a Libra, a Pisces, or an air sign. What are you distracting yourself from? Let's wrap this up. You could be distracting yourself from something that you know is toxic. There's somebody that's just attached to you for sexual desires and or just because they're codependent. And it's like, okay, well, they start off like, okay, well, how can I feed into you sexually? How can I make sure that you feel pleased, or whatever it is, how can I tempt you into something? And throughout the process, they're happy. They're trying to make sure that you feel celebrated and or that you can relax. But you also know that this is all out of inner confusion and or some type of insecurity. So in the end, they just end up feeling like they ignored you, or you just feel bored while you're around them. It's like, okay, well, I'm just disappointed that I let this person back because they were lying, or they need to go through some type of personal transformation. Somebody throws you off, and or again, you feel like they're lying about someone else that they're trying to make you jealous about. They're trying to make you a hater. So you're trying to distract yourself from this person that you know that you need to give them some type of space and opportunity because you're realizing it's not worth going back. So good job. Who is this that you shouldn't go back to? And this could be the person that's a beggar. They feel, okay, well, I can't be choosy when it comes to people that I'm dealing with. This could be you, Sagittarius. This could be another Sagittarius, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Virgo, and or a Cancer. Okay. So beggars can't be choosers when it comes to it. Somebody could be going through a physical assault. Who is this? All right, this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be a Gemini. Heavy on a Gemini, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. There could be some type of physical assault that someone is either planning or they're going through. Okay, the answer is yes. Congratulations when it comes to what? A wish fulfillment. Something's going to make you very much happy. You're going to get something that you want. You're going to be grateful about it. This is going to allow you to release some type of fear. It's like somebody's like, oh, I get accepted to a team. I get accepted to something, or you get a loan approved, or something that goes in your favor. It's like, okay, great. I thought I was going to be able to, I thought I wasn't going to be able to get something, but you were misinterpreting how something was read and or said. And now you're realizing that you can trust yourself whenever you feel delayed. So good job. There also could be somebody else that's getting out of some type of delay. It's like, oh, I thought that this person will always be behind, and they're not. All right, let's move forward. Let's get another deck. Let's get another deck. All right, Capricorn. Maybe if you're a reader, you could be getting a new deck or trying a new deck. Something you're adapting to or you're trying to get completed. You could be in your head when it comes to something that you're investing in and or somebody that you spent a long time with. What's going on for Capricorn? Okay, so right now it seems like you're trying to embrace yourself and or your dogs, your animals, your kids, or just somebody that's around you. There's somebody in your past that has some type of desire to sleep with you, but you feel like you've already released some type of toxic situation when it comes to them. You feel like somebody is negative, but they don't really make you happy, or there's something about it just kind of like, you know, I could if I would, but I don't really want to. You release some type of fixation that you had on this person, and now you're able to balance yourself, or you're trying to balance some type of foundation and business. Maybe there's some type of paperwork that you need to get done. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really have some type of desire for this, but let's see if this leads some type of segue or some type of foundation through some type of fear. You also release some type of issue that you were having, either with someone, an air sign, or you release something that you're just like, okay, well, I'm not even going to deal with this. You feel like somebody was trying to slowly spoon feed you into some type of manipulation, or they were trying to lay the groundwork for it. Somebody thought that you were going to be fixated on an air sign because of some type of secret relationship or whatever they were trying to do to manipulate you. And now they're in their head because of it. Maybe you didn't even see it, or maybe you knew something was going on, but you knew how to balance something out for your own self or whatever. There's somebody who's trying to start a foundation or a business, or somebody's trying to do something just like you, and they want you to be worried about it, but you feel like this person is lacking energy, and or there's something about them that they don't really have some type of spark. So it's like, okay, well, sure, yeah, you can do it if you choose to. They're going to have to get past their own despair. They're going to have to get past some type of negativity in order to make something work. And while they're trying to do so, it seems like you're able to kind of get things to collaborate, or you're able to see how something is either built or made. And then they start to feel ignored, and they start to feel like, okay, well, yeah, I'm going to end this. I don't want to do something. So somebody could be trying to do something because you're doing it, and then they're like, yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. And it doesn't have to be the direct same thing. It's like, oh, you're a hairstylist. And somebody's like, okay, well, now I'm going to be a hairstylist. Now I'm going to go to cosmetology school, and then they drop out. Or now I'm going to do something, and they don't do it. They move forward. Okay, what else is going on for Capricorn? This even could be something like tit for tat. It's just like, oh, well, you don't went and slept with that person. Okay, well, now I'm going to go sleep with somebody. It's like, okay, well, sure, go ahead. But then the other person's like, yeah, no, thank you. I'm not giving myself up and open freely. Or maybe somebody's coming towards you and you're telling them no, thank you. You also could be buying something soon. Maybe you feel like, okay, initially you had to hold on to your coins, or it's like, okay, well, I don't know how much I can spend or how much I can budget for a situation. And now you're about to be a little bit more loose when it comes to your finances. Yeah, you're about to adapt. Either there's a person, there's a partnership, or there's something that's coming towards you that's going to bring some type of balance. Somebody also could want to get you pregnant. This could be somebody that you already know, even if y'all didn't have a relationship. Somebody wants you to adapt to a situation because they feel like, okay, well, I can help you grow, or I can help you explore something when it comes to your family, or I can balance something out so that way you feel like you're not only working. But this is because they're going through a change with somebody that they got pregnant, they do, and or with their own foundation, their own money. You could be receiving some type of support, and maybe you're going to be able to adapt when it comes to somebody of your past and or a friend that's been going through some type of scandal. It's like, okay, you've been around somebody that you know that you shouldn't have be around, but because you get some type of support, you get some type of finances, you can actually, you can walk away and let this person go, for sure. There could be some type of scandal or disappointment regarding to what they got going on, or there's going to be some type of regret once you balance this out. There could be a water sign, fire sign relationship. This could be a friendship. Maybe you're a part of a group. Like, so you had a water sign and a fire sign friend, and it's like there was some type of scandal. And you decide, okay, well, I can be patient, or I can just try to figure out how we can all be friends or mend something. But something was just one-sided or unsupported. You feel like you end up having to walk away or do something for yourself. Now this past friend feels like you've been able to adapt and you're able to do something freely or on your own. And now they want to progress with some type of relationship because either they got pregnant or they're trying to grow through some type of change or transformation of their own business or whatever, and they feel unsupported. So maybe now they want to balance out some type of harmony or relationship with you and bring you in some type of offer. But secretly, you already know that somebody was either judging you or somebody was keeping you out on the sidelines, and they're only doing so because you're recovering from it. So don't be careless when it comes to an offer, even if this is from a same-sex friend. Absolutely not. Your family or somebody in your family may feel like you guys don't have a balanced relationship right now, and that they're trying to get something that's going to be stable and or wish fulfillment for the both of y'all. But you feel like, okay, well, yes, they're trying to reach for something like an emotional relationship, but all of a sudden, but you feel like they're in and out of some type of passion or energy when it comes to something that you do practically or who you are. And so it's like, okay, as much as you want to embrace this relationship, you can be confused by it. You could be in your emotions by it as well, but you're trying to take something slow. This is someone in your actual family. And maybe you don't really have the desire to reconcile or fix it. All right. What else is going on for Capricorn? There could be some type of good news that's coming towards you. There could be some type of project or something that you're able to get done. It's like, okay, well, yes, I had a to-do list. I'm actually able to get things completed and I feel good by it. Something about you wearing red shoes could be important. It don't got to be red bottoms, but it could just be like you got some red sneakers or you got some red sandals or something like that could be important. Maybe you're like either finding some, you're wearing some, you're putting some on real quick to go get something done. There could be something that you regret not tackling initially. It's like, oh, damn. So I could have already had this done. I could have already gotten this back. Or there's something that you realize that you could have already done and you regret not doing it already. Or it's like, okay, well, you didn't want to go through a transformation initially. It's just something, it could be something as simple. It's like, oh, well, I need to go submit this paperwork, or I need to go turn something in, or there's a small fee, it's $100 fee or something that you got to pay for. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really care about this transition. You feel like something that was not really going to work or it's not going to help you. And you're in your head because you're trying to stabilize or you're trying to get something to go your way. And you feel like things are not changing when it comes to this investment. Well, then you tackle this one thing and you're like, okay, so that was the only thing that was ending me not being stable. You only needed this one resource, or you only needed to create this perfect scenario. And it was just only you filling out one thing. And this makes you feel good, but then you also feel sad because you could have been done it. You also need to make sure you're not in some type of energy of you like either not sleeping or having some type of anxiety about something. Like I feel like, especially your birthday coming up, I don't know if this is like birthday blues or you need to be having some type of energy where you're like turned up. But right now, maybe you're kind of sad. Like, oh, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go somewhere. Or I don't know how this transition of my birthday is gonna go. There's something that you're anxious by. You feel like there's some type of standstill. Maybe you're sexually frustrated. I don't know what this is, but I feel like y'all should be ready to celebrate. Maybe you feel like you've invested your year into ending a lot of things or creating resources, or there's been things that's been scandals or stuff that you had to get yourself out of, and you're still feeling some type of anxiety from it, and or you're still feeling like you're on the ledge, right? So it's like, okay, well, every time I got comfortable in this situation, something had to change, and now you're scared to be comfortable and or make a decision. But you need to decide that some type of resource is stable and that you'll be able to uphold it. Because you sitting in some type of sadness or regret is going to have you not going through some type of transition to doing something fun or for yourself. And you're going to be around somebody that you either made a family with or that you know is unstable. You're going to keep yourself around this person secretly. And then it's going to be like, okay, well, now you really feel unstable because then whatever your wish fulfillment was is getting manipulated by somebody that you're talking to. I feel like you're doing it to yourself, Capricorn. Whatever this is, whatever this emotions is, I feel like you can get up out of this. Maybe you need to actually go do something that's not in your routine. Maybe you need to completely shake something up. All right, what else is going on for Capricorn? So you're going to be able to make a decision, and or you're telling someone else. Maybe you're telling someone else who made a decision to stand on it. Who is this? This could be you that's making this decision and you're going to have to stand on it. Or you're telling someone else. This could be an Aquarius, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Cancer, a Leo, or an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Somebody was anticipating some type of frustration and or delay. And they were thinking that this was going to cause you to be disappointed and or be emotionally immature. But then maybe there's somebody else around who's disciplined and honest. And somebody who has some type of authority to them, some type of position to them, and somehow they make something go in your way, or something that feels delighted, or something that feels really good when it comes to it. Because they no longer have some type of desire for someone else who caused some type of confusion and or some type of scenario that you didn't need to be in. Okay. So somebody could have desired you to be frustrated, and somebody that they were working with or somebody that was watching them do this is going to either backdoor them or tell you about it somehow. Okay, what else is going on for Capricorn? So you did desire some type of investment, whether you desire somebody that wants to, like, okay, I want to invest in you in a relationship. I want somebody, you want a job, or you want somebody that's going to invest in you long term, or that's going to pay you what you worth. There's something that you want that you fucking grow, and or that's going to show you that it's worth it. There's an offer that's coming. It is. This could definitely be related to your career, or this could be a fire or a water sign. Now, be careful when it comes to one of these people, though, because one of them's negative. Whether the fire sign or the water sign, your story is going to be different for every Capricorn. Okay? Somebody's going to tell you, like, okay, well, I desire to invest in you. Something doesn't have to be a burden, or I can give you money, or whatever the case may be, so that way you can take some type of action. They're going to show you that you don't have to be fixated on a particular situation. But again, one of them is going through an investigation, or there's something that one of them needs to bring to light when it comes to a cycle or something that they're trying to do based off of their past decision or a past event. Okay, so be honest about who you're working with or why, or make sure you're reading between the lines and don't just sign up for something or just jump the gun when it comes to something. Okay. Also, somebody wants to know if you're going to release some type of fixation that you've had once you get something to work, or once you see how something is in the spotlight or something is successful, if you're going to release some type of mental tension and or conflict that you have with them. But you recognize something about this person and how they need to have some type of boundary or what they need to do when it comes to their own investment. So it's like, well, yeah, I may not hate you, but I still may not talk to you. I still may not embrace you the way you want me to. You also may desire to sleep with somebody. You definitely could be sexually frustrated. It's like, look, you ain't really got to do any and everything right now. Just communicate clearly and take the action that I want. And you're like, okay, well, I can get out of some type of burden or some type of energy. You may end up having a one-night stand with someone. You also may get some type of message, and this may make you feel good when it comes to your legacy, your foundation. Like you get a job, your business, or something that feels like, okay, something is solidified. Maybe you complete some type of paperwork. You're happy that you're able to protect yourself, or you're happy that there's something that's already written in stone for you. Okay, cool. Congratulations. If somebody could be pregnant right now, somebody's like, okay, well, let me protect myself and my baby, or what's going on if you're pregnant? You may need to drink some more water. Maybe you're going somewhere near water. All right, so you could feel like somebody created a scenario, put you in a scenario that was full of bullshit, but give yourself some type of love. No, you don't need to desire and or reconcile with this person right now in order to have a property or opportunity or something that's going to be stable. You will be able to rest. There will be somebody that's going to embrace you, but make sure you're not giving freely when it comes to your finances or just to someone else who's unstable and they feel like they can give to you. They're dangling something in front of your feet until you recover. But congratulations on your pregnancy, okay? You may be conflicted on if something was naive or if how something's going to lead to you either finding your wish fulfillment or being committed, but you're just going through a cycle right now. You'll gain your confidence back. All right, let's see. What else we got for Capricorn? Who did we start with? Taurus. Something about you taking a break could be important. So, okay, well, I'm going to laugh at this situation and just kind of take a break from it. All right, so there could be a new sex partner out here for sure. We'll see who this is. You don't have to be in survival mode. You could realize that you like them after the fact. So you could be sleeping with somebody, or this is when somebody sleep with you, and they're like, oh wait, I actually like you. The wickedness was never going to work, either against you or if you were trying to do this against someone else. Somebody was trying to hurt your feelings, or you were trying to hurt theirs. You could be online, or you need to be online applying for something. You need to be posting something online, or something like that could be working. You also may need to be troubleshooting your Wi-Fi or your internet. You did sign up for a situation, but it seems like, okay, but God's helping you get out of a situation you thought you were going to lose control in. They aren't calculated enough, so you don't need to be worried about somebody else's wickedness or how they thought that you were going to be a doormat. They didn't think something through, and now they're going through some type of roadblock and or they got somebody pregnant. Okay, who is this? Who is trying to cause some type of issue for you? Or maybe they are the person pregnant. They're the same sex. All right, there could be somebody that's pregnant for sure. This could be a Virgo, a Gemini, an air sign, a Libra, a Pisces. Okay. Somebody feels like they're going through some type of roadblock when it comes to a situation. Now, if you feel like you're losing control when it comes to what about that song could be important? Well, that's Missy Elliott or Eminem. You better lose yourself in the music or in the moment you want it. Losing control. Why are you losing control, Capricorn? This could be regarding your resources or something that you feel like was coming towards you as some type of flow. But at the same time, you feel like you're going to lose control if you rebel someone who's giving you resources. Somebody is trying to date you or court you into something, but you feel like, okay, well, I have to be truthful or I have to be balanced. So you don't really want to lose control when it comes to it. You feel like something's a gamble. And this could be regretted. Something about you grating some cheese. Something could be regenerated. There also could be some type of tension that's coming back up or out regarding a Libra, an Aries, a Taurus, or a Sagittarius. I almost said Scorpio. Somebody took a gamble, and it feels like this is causing some type of extra tension on a situation that was once healing. And maybe this person, this could be a Virgo, a Leo, or a Cancer. They feel like, okay, well, now I can tell the truth about a relationship because I need something, or there's a child, or there's something that's insecure about the situation. Hopefully they wasn't dating somebody who was very young, and they took the chance to do so, and now they're going to be in some type of tension or pressure in order to heal. Something could be happening within a few weeks. And this could be happening at the point in time, all of a sudden you feel like things are practical, and there's a 50-50 chance that you do something that you're going to spend money on. It's like you just leave your home and go on a trip, or you just go do something for yourself. Okay. So while you seize in the moment, somebody else could feel like they're losing control. All right. What is your spirit team and God saving you from? Okay. So you could be feeling, okay, something is threatening you or something that you're trying to run from cover. What is with the Missy Elliott songs? I don't know. Maybe you need to go put on a playlist with Missy Elliott. There also could be a Libra around. And maybe you feel like somebody is closed-minded and or trying to avoid reality. Either somebody was trying to control you, censor you, make you feel some type of way, or there's somebody around you, a water sign or an air sign that you feel like was quiet, and they were trying to avoid something by being quiet. And now it seems like they're able to kind of synchronize or kind of just do things the way that they need to. This could be happening in the next 1 to 3 months. It's like, oh, okay, great. Something is kind of perfect and or dead on. Something is clear. All right, so give something 1 to 3 months when it comes to somebody not talking about a situation. There could be a rainbow baby. Who's having a baby? This could be a Virgo, a Cancer, a Pisces, a Taurus, a Scorpio, a Virgo, a Cancer. All right, congratulations to them. And maybe they feel like they're losing control because of it and they didn't think something through. If this is the case and they didn't think something through, why do you need to know this? Somebody feels like y'all have unconditional love. That y'all have some type of uncommon bond. And so y'all can share some type of spark and maybe y'all can get through this. It's like, okay, well, since we can't be in a relationship, maybe we can be best friends. Maybe we can always be somebody that's in my life because I feel like we can share ideas or, you know, we can always take a look at things deeper, or they feel like they can have a deeper conversation when it comes to you. But they know that you're going to release them for sure based off all this tension or whatever that they created. And this actually may be happening within a few days or a few weeks. Somebody still wants to be around you, but they were playing games and or taking chances that they shouldn't have. All right, so who's the person that was trying to create some type of wickedness that's not calculated enough? This could be a Leo. This could be an Aquarius. This could be a Virgo, an Aries, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. All right, so you don't need to be worried about what they were trying to invent, what they were trying to break down and or disrupt. Just continue to move on, because whatever illusion or whatever that's unclear is going to continue to be unclear, and or their lifestyle is going to grow to be very much unclear by Aquarius season. And maybe by Aries season, you're celebrating again. You're going to have some type of like, oh, do I go on an adventure? Do I do something for myself? Or you're going to have some type of comfort to yourself. And then they're going to realize like, damn, it was never going to work out. All right, somebody's not calculating enough to do something to you and or against you. All right, so this is the life for me. What song is that? So this is the life for me, baby, because I'm a thug all day, every day. Wouldn't change for the world. All right, so there's something that is actually made for you, and maybe right now you're going through some type of emotions, or there's something that you're like, okay, well, should I hide myself, or should I just kind of transform this? This is you feeding into some type of fairy tale. Once you self-examine, once you kind of go within your emotions, you'll realize that the situation actually is growing and or changing, and that you don't need a new beginning. Okay? You may not sign some type of contract or sign up for something, and this may hurt somebody's feelings. Who has hurt feelings? This could be a Taurus. This could be a Libra, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, or it could be you, Capricorn. Why are your feelings hurt? You're hurt because of a baby? Maybe, okay, you could be pregnant, or there's an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, a Taurus, or a Scorpio who's pregnant. Or maybe you're hurt because maybe you have a child that you was like, oh, this is my baby. And you felt like something could have been in sync, or something could have happened. And so maybe this is like going to spark your curiosity on how you can get some type of structure or hold something together. Maybe you feel like somebody put something at risk when it comes to your child, or put your child in a situation where there was a lot of people, and there could have been something there could have been a situation you don't like it. So that could have hurt your feelings, or that could be hurting your feelings soon. If this is not you, this could be a Sagittarius, a Taurus, Aquarius, Taurus, Aries, a Cancer, a Libra. Somebody also could be trying to tempt you and say, okay, let me figure out what my boundaries are, what my restrictions are. It's like a toddler or a kid. And it also could be like somebody that you block. It's like, okay, well, let me call them and see if I'm truly blocked. Let me text them and see if they're going to respond. Or let me figure out how far they're going to let me go when it comes to a situation and us collaborating. They feel like they connected themselves into some type of big mess or some type of issue. And although they have some type of pride and or ego, they do want to work through it. They do want to have some type of confidence that they can get through it. But it's unlikely that you're going to allow this to happen. This could have been somebody that actually hurt your feelings. They said something, or they put other people in front of you, or they did something that's like, you know what? All right, cool. This could have happened 1 to 3 months ago. It's like, okay, well, cool. I'm going to appreciate your energy. I'm going to appreciate this is how you're going to argue, or you're going to talk to me, or whatever. You're going to be super pissed or fierce. And it could have balled up your fist. It could have made you angry. But then you're like, you know what? I'm just going to roll with the punches, or I'm just going to go with it. And now they're coming back. And they're going to realize that they hurt their own feelings. All right. So you signed up for something. Is this, you signed up for this? You agreed to do something? And when it comes to it, it's giving you going to have to stick it out. Even at the point that you feel like there's some type of void, or there's some type of like, okay, well, I don't get any type of validation, or I don't get something back. The answer is still yes. You're just going through the challenge. You're just going through the grit of something that's going to make you practical or make you feel really good. So you signed up to do this, and go for it. You signed up to, have this pregnancy. You signed up to have this job, or you signed up to move to this new city or whatever. Then just embrace it. See what comes afterwards, okay? Now, if it comes to you being online or doing something online or looking up somebody online, it seems like you'll get some type of answer within the next 3 to 6 months. Something about the next 2 to 7 days, or the 27th could be important. Happy early birthday, by the way. There could be a Virgo, a Cancer, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius. A Sagittarius for sure. And maybe there's some type of trick, or there's some type of projection that they're posting online, or that they were trying to initially. Somebody may feel like, okay, well, I was sharing some type of ideas to have you humiliated or feel some type of way, and now they want to rise above it. Okay, so this could have been somebody that was talking shit to somebody around them, and then they go online like, okay, well, yeah, I know I cheated on Capricorn for, 8 years or whatever, but I want to be with this person. Now I want to, blame me for all the shit. Or it's like somebody wants to fix something by putting something online when it comes to you. You're like, oh, hell no. I ain't signed up for that shit. All right. Who did you like after the fact? Who are you having this one night stand with? Or who likes you after the fact? All right. This could be a Taurus. This could be an Aries, a Gemini, a Leo, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Taurus. Okay. Either they realize they liked you after the fact, or you realize you like them. This also could have been somebody initially that felt like, okay, well, there was some type of strain. You didn't really want to date this person, or you feel like, okay, well, this is going to change my direction or whatever family patterns that I've had. But then after a few weeks of talking to them, it feels like they moved on to someone else, or they feel like, okay, well, I want to have a family, or I want to do something quickly. Let's travel. It's like, oh, I don't really know you like that. Or there's just something about them. You're like, yeah, let me kind of just take a step back, or you put them on the back burner. Now they're trying to fill a void when it comes to a situation that they're going through. And it makes like you're able to overindulge, or you're able to have some type of surplus for yourself. And now all of a sudden they want to come in and say, okay, well, let's travel again, or let's talk about this, or you can come see me. All right. Again, who is this new sex partner for Capricorn? We're going to wrap this up. This could be a Gemini. This could be a Pisces, a Virgo, a Taurus, a Cancer. Some of y'all may be sleeping with somebody in the car. I don't know. Or maybe something's going on with your car. It's like, oh, I need some help. I need someone. Let me go to someone that can help me when it comes to a situation. and they feel like you have some type of it factor about you, and then you end up saying yes when it comes to this. But then somehow you feel like, okay, well, let me avoid them, or I don't know if, you don't know if there's a situation that's going on with, I don't know, maybe that's when you get pregnant. I don't know, child. All right, Capricorn, let's wrap this up. Something may feel destroyed. It's not the Aquarius, or they may feel destroyed because you're not choosing them. So justice or karma may look different than what you're expecting. There could be someone who's trying to default or make you feel like, okay, you can default and go to them. Somebody else could be default on a payment. All right, if you're not going to eat right, at least take your vitamins. Something about items could be important. There's an item that starts with the initial F. I don't know what that's about. Stay hopeful. You will have a child and or a family dynamic that you're looking for. Someone could feel like they failed an assignment and or some type of bullshit that they were trying to do, and this is their last chance to get something done. Somebody will backstab you again, okay? This could be someone with the initial F, or just someone that failed trying to do something the first time. You could be lacking motivation and or direction right now. Somebody feels like you look down on them, and maybe you're just trying to find some type of balance, and or balance is coming. You also may be laughing a lot or find something to be funny. Someone around you could be prepping for surgery, and or they got some type of account that's locked, blocked, or frozen. You could be going out for a drink, a smoke, or you're going somewhere where they sell hookah and something's going to get approved. Congratulations. No need to confirm. You're already right about them. So it's like, damn, I wonder if somebody's part of the LGBTQA community, or if they had this experience. You're already right. You don't need to confirm it. You could be scared to try new foods and or new restaurants, or just going into a new environment by yourself. Something, again, about a lunch break or you taking a break could be important. Something will be a divine union and or a divine choice. Stay hopeful. All right, let's move on. Aquarius, she will. If you invite her, she will go. Masculine or feminine. Somebody like, oh yeah, I need that. Or maybe you're wondering, like, okay, dang, will they feel that way about me if I ask them? All right, what's going on with Aquarius? Okay, so you're going to hit something right on target. Congratulations. You're going to be excited about something. You're going to get some type of message about something that you saved, or something is enough, or something is going to work out. You get the job. You get something that's like, okay, great. Now I can worry about something else, or I can make sure that I have my basics when it comes to a situation. Maybe you get an apartment. You're able to hold on to something. Or you also could be realizing that somebody's coming at you with a whole lot of messages or a lot of things because they're trying to hold on to this relationship. It's like they had a target on your back initially, and they felt like, okay, well, I have the strength, I have the power, I have the leverage, because you kind of just have to sit back and let something grow. And then they feel like, okay, well, I'm going to hold you back from somebody in your family. I'm going to block you from having a family dynamic. I'm going to block you from having something that you want. But then you decided, like, no, I'm actually going to block some type of mentality that makes me feel like I'm being betrayed, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to have a relationship. I'm going to make a decision for myself. You decided to stand up for yourself. You did. Good job. And now somebody feels like they can't get things completed, or there's a whole lot on their to-do list when it comes to them stabilizing, and they feel defeated when it comes to their family. Because maybe there's something that they felt prideful about. It's like, oh, well, I have everything that I need. I have a family that loves me. I have a kid. I have a daughter. I have a wife, or whatever the case may be. They felt really good about what they had, and now they feel like they're losing it. You also could be on target when it comes to something that you're trying to grow and or create. Something's going to be a wish fulfillment. You may be anticipating and or waiting on something to hit a certain number, right? So it's like you start your own TikTok channel. It's like, okay, well, I'm waiting to hit 1,000 so I can go live. I'm waiting to hit this, or I'm waiting on something to be submitted. There's something that you're waiting on and or anticipating. It feels like this is going to make you feel really good, or this is going to bring the foundation for you to start learning something about yourself. But also know, as you do this, there may be somebody around you, either at your job or somebody that feels like they have some type of stability to them that's anxious about this. Somehow somebody could be watching you. And they're like, oh, well, I thought you just ended a relationship. I thought you went through a divorce. I thought you went through this. How are you able to make this decision? Or they're trying to make you feel embarrassed or call you out in a situation on why you're doing something or how. You don't need to respond to this because it ain't their person's business. I mean, it's just that simple. They also could be sleeping around with somebody that feels like they just leave them hanging. So it's like, oh, okay, well, they just feel embarrassed about their own situation, and they feel like you're able to pick something up, and they don't feel like they don't know how to. Okay. There could be somebody who's pregnant that's trying to come towards you. Or maybe they were pregnant, especially if you're a masculine. Maybe they got pregnant by somebody else and they feel like, okay, well, I have to carry the responsibilities and the burden of this right now. But they're trying to come towards you to see or seem like as if they're confident and they're not. Their family may not be as happy or may not be showing them the same type of love and or emotion since they've had the baby. And although they feel like, okay, well, I still get some things that I want, there's something that's frustrating them or something that they're anticipating to happen. And they feel like somehow, some way you can help them have this or help them get whatever they need. But you giving them some type of money or you paying into something or providing something for them is going to cause you to have some type of anxiety. Because there's somebody else that they're trying to either discuss or have conversations with. So don't let somebody trick you into completing something or doing something for them. Absolutely not. You could be somebody that performs, or maybe you're on stage or you're in front of a crowd. Maybe you work in the public. You can work in like healthcare or something like that. Somebody could want to talk to you. It's like, oh, well, let's go have a lunch and learn, or let's go have a work meeting. You could be going out with your coworker or somebody who's wanting to schedule a meeting about how something didn't complete, and you may feel like something is bad news. But then once you guys put your head together, you started to defend your beliefs or why you did something. Somebody say, oh, okay, well, I can see it from your side of your point of your perspective, and you're able to hold on to it. There's some type of progress in the behind the scenes, but you're still feeling a little overloaded because they were already prepared to end something, or they were prepared to make you feel like, okay, well, how and why are you doing something? But then it seems like you prove your way, or you're able to strengthen your position in this team or this family or whatever the case may be. Again, somebody was ready to let you go. You also could be separating from yourself from someone that you find is boring. This could be another air sign or a fire sign. You're heartbroken because you feel like this could create some type of value, or this person could manipulate something that would make you feel like you have some type of value in or situation. But that ended, and now they're trying to be accountable, or they have to bring something into justice or bring something to balance in order to make a decision. It's also is giving like, okay, well, me and this fire sign, me and this air sign was playing some type of game behind the scenes, and it made me feel good. It at least boosted my ego and making me feel like every time that they called me or text me and told me that somebody else was going through a transformation or somebody else had to go through some type of karma, it would make you feel good. And now you're feeling indecisive because it feels like you're trying to go through your path, or you're trying to make sure you hit the things that you want to, and there's some type of destruction. Or flip the roles. Okay. Somebody also could be ignoring you. This is someone that's trying to build their legacy, or somebody that feels like, okay, I don't want you eating off of me, or I don't want you around me. This could be frustrating you. This could be somebody that's sleeping with an air sign or a water sign, or maybe you know about some type of sexual experience that they had whenever they were either creating this legacy or whatever the case may be. And you feel like, oh, well, this person is not really finna transition, or they should be able to move on from some type of conflict, or they should be stuck and they should be fighting with this earth sign. But they knew something was manipulation the entire time. But they were just in their head about not being able to move forward or feeling stuck. Or it's like, okay, well, yes, I know that this earth sign or this fire sign is manipulating me. But they also are a mechanic. Or they also are somebody that's really good. And I'm worried about my car. I'm worried about something else. I already have some type of clarity. And I'm not getting in some type of emotions when it comes to this. Somebody already knows about a situation. Okay, what else is going on for Aquarius? Let's switch something up. So you may be changing something. Or maybe somebody's doing something for you that they haven't done for somebody else. It's like, okay, well, let's just try it a different kind of way. Somebody's going to let you do something in a way that they don't usually let people do it. You also could feel like you're guided to do something for yourself. It's like, okay, I just need to be able to just take a trip, or I just need to be able to do something that's smooth sailing. You also could be someone that's older, and maybe you're giving guidance to someone who's in a younger couple. It's like, okay, you have a younger cousin, or you have a younger sibling, or whoever, and there's some type of communication issues. Somebody is reviewing everything. It's like, okay, well, let me tell you how to kind of go about this issue. Let me see how y'all can fix this, so that way y'all have some type of power, or y'all can get out of this issue. You could be giving someone advice. Or there's somebody older than you that's going to help you get out of some type of issue. You also could feel like you're guided to communicate with someone. You could feel like someone is very feminine or very masculine, whoever they are to you. It's like, okay, well, they're in the swing of things, that they have some type of joy about them. And so now you want to step to them, but you want to be careful. This could be somebody that already has a child. It's like, okay, well, now you want to reach out and see if you can learn them or read them like a book. Or it's like, okay, well, I want the details about them. Maybe it's something about them that you feel like this person has some type of inner beauty, or there's something that's going on, but you wonder if they have someone else that they're messing with. Or maybe, like I said, they have a child. You want to know what's going on with their child's mother, their child's father. They'll bring some type of facts and or some type of details to light. They'll tell you about the things that you feel like you're not seeing. They're open to having a conversation for sure. Make sure you're filling your own cup when it comes to pouring into yourself. And not necessarily just getting yourself dressed up or making yourself look good, but just something that's internally as well. Whether this is vitamins, water, whatever, you know, your mental, your emotions. Make sure you're pouring into yourself. You're giving yourself some type of validation. You may meet someone else that you're able to communicate with, but they're not able to travel. They're not able to do something that you invite them to do. They tell you no. And this is because they're using their intuition. You may feel like, oh, well, this person is just sad. And yeah, they do. They tell you no. And you may feel like, oh, well, this person is just sad, or this person is just depressed or whatever. And they're not. They're trying to create a situation where they feel like anything that's sticky that they're not getting themselves into. Something about the colors orange, red, or blue could be important. Somebody could be saying, no, I'm not pregnant. I haven't been sleeping with somebody. Or no, I didn't create this situation because I haven't been sleeping with no one. Or somebody's like, okay, well, yes, I did do this at one point, but I haven't been doing this recently. Somebody could be saying no about some type of conversation that's happened about their sexual energy or whatever they've been doing. Also could be telling you that they were unable to create some type of situation. It's like, no, they didn't let me sleep with them. No, that they blocked me off. Or no, they didn't do something a certain type of way. Somebody could be telling the truth, and they're stressed because they feel like, okay, well, I was trying to start some type of direction, or I was trying to change something for somebody else, and something didn't happen. It's okay, damn, well, did they see you? Did they catch you? Or I don't know. Something weird like that could be going on. It's like somebody trying to send in their best friend or send in somebody that they know. It's like, okay, well, go sleep with this person. It's like, oh, well, they blocked me. Okay, well, make a fake page. Go do it. It's like, oh, yeah, well, they blocked me here, too. And it's like, okay, well, damn. All right. And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to let this go. Wait, you don't want to try one more time because they don't know that it's you. They don't know that this is what we're trying to do. And it's like, let this go. Somebody trying to play a game a little too much. Maybe somebody is a gamer, like they like to play, I was going to say Nintendo. But this could be somebody that you've known since you were a child. Somebody is definitely very much strategic. Maybe somebody likes to play chess. Maybe y'all play chess together. Maybe they like to play strategic games online. If this is not like, what's them driving games called? Or Fortnite? I don't know. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know. But whatever them games are, maybe they like to play strategic games where they like to build stuff, or I don't know. Anywho, there could be a fire sign around you, and this person could use their looks and or their body to get what they want. They could feel unbalanced right now. They could be trying to have a new start. There could be something that's going on when it comes to their bank account that they feel like they can recover from. They also feel like it's not fair that somebody wants to come clean or they don't want to fight. It's like they're trying to tempt somebody into being triggered. It's like, I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm too old for that. And they're like, oh, you really don't, you don't want to respond to my messages. You don't want to argue. You don't want to go back and forth. And somebody's like, no, I don't. Because I feel like this is toxic, or this is going to make me toxic, and I'm trying to recover from this. There could be a baby's father or a masculine or business owner around, and this person is trying to recover when it comes to who they've been sleeping with or how they get around with other people. There could be a fire sign that they are either being ignored by or that they find boring. What does this have to do with you? You could feel like you created some type of despair in this person, or they feel like you did. It's like somebody had some type of sexual experience with you, and they feel like they went back to this fire sign and it wasn't the same. And now they're starting to feel the burden of it because now that they don't know what this means, there's some type of mental conflict. It's like somebody that slept with a masculine, or they slept with the same sex for the first time and they went back to whoever they were sleeping with before. And it's like, okay, well, something ain't working the same, or it is not, it don't feel the same. And so although they want to call you and figure out, okay, well, can we make something work? They feel like, okay, well, what would the situation create when it comes to my emotions and or how I'm seen? They're confused by it. There also could be some type of investigation, or so they feel like they're being followed or looked into. This could be from an earth sign, an air sign, or a water sign. They could have a water sign masculine, and from time to time, they kind of just, you know, step back from this person and let them, they ignore their calls, their text messages, or whatever. They leave this person out in the cold, and they're trying to adapt to having something to be successful, or it's like, okay, well, secretly, me and my best friend be doing certain things, or we work through a certain situation, but I'm trying to leave them alone so that way I can go into an actual relationship. I can get out of some type of separation and have someone that I feel like is my own partner. Or they're ignoring their best friend because they slept with their best friend's partner. Oh, shit. Aquarius, who is this? Who slept with their best friend's partner? All right. This could be a Sagittarius. This could be a Scorpio, an Aries. Heavy on the Aries. Okay, a fire sign could definitely be involved. Somebody slept with their best friend's wife, baby mama, cousin, or somebody that they're close to. What does this have to do with you, Aquarius? You like, hey, don't come to me with no kind of issue. Maybe somebody's coming at you for whatever reason. They're trying to figure out, was it you or was it somebody else? Maybe you know there's somebody else who did it. And they're like, don't come at me with that. I don't have nothing to do with it. But you're like, oh, shit, somebody about to get caught up. Something that's just not good news. And you could be sitting back and watching this unfold. Okay, what else is going on for Aquarius? Be careful when it comes to either this, don't have to be you, but it's an air sign. Somebody out here being manipulative. Somebody feels like, okay, well, I have some type of power, I have some type of control, and they're putting themselves in the wrong direction that they need to. It's like they're walking straight into darkness out of ego. Somebody's out here being naive and or making decisions that are very much childish. They could have a water sign that's attached to them somehow, some way. And this water sign feels like they need to overindulge or things are not going their way. And maybe they're trying to turn the situation around, but they feel like something is backfiring. So this air sign could have been working with this water sign to push somebody else in the wrong direction and make them feel like they're going through some type of despair. But they don't really have a choice because whatever secret agenda or whatever they were trying to hide, it seems like this is going to lead them to some type of stalemate. They're going to have to make a decision regarding somebody in their family that they may not have the best relationship with. They may want to release some type of burden when it comes to them. But they're going to be frustrated when they get some type of clarity about how somebody's moving on. It's like, okay, well, damn, I was trying to set up so-and-so, but now I need to refocus my attention to my child, or I need to refocus my attention to my sibling or whatever. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to help my sibling get out of some type of situation, or I'm going to help my sibling do something. And then they find out the sibling put themselves in that situation, or the sibling knew that they was going to help, and it ended up fucking them up. Somebody's going to go through their karma, but it's through their family. Okay. Who is this that's going to go through the karma for Aquarius? This could be a Scorpio. This could be a Cancer, a Virgo, a Leo, heavy on the fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Scorpio, Sagittarius, or an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right, let's get one more message and wrap this up for y'all. Somebody could be going back and watching something old, whether this is like old sex things that y'all used to have, whether this is like old pictures, your old videos, something that you posted. Somebody's like, damn, okay, so you really took the opportunity and grew this venture, or you really took the opportunity to do something to get out of some type of toxic mentality in order to change. It's like, okay, you really, somebody's admiring how the fact that you went through some type of personal transformation, or how you're different from what they remember in the past. This could be somebody like, damn, I got an old high school journal, or I got an old picture of you, or whatever. And they feel like you don't really went through a transformation. And maybe they took the opportunity to lie to you. And now you feel like, okay, well, this person is insecure, or you can't really trust them. You feel like this person is a bully, or this person is trying to make you look like you're abusive and or sneaky. But from time to time, you imagine what would happen if you guys would have found your way out of some type of fight or cycle, or out of some type of bad luck. If you both would have made the decision, what would have happened when it comes to this relationship and or this friendship? But I feel like something was supposed to be a deadlock. Something was supposed to end. So that way you both can progress with some type of energy to move forward, and or some type of discipline, to be honest. All right, so something had to end. It just is what it is, Aquarius. All right, let's get y'all messages. What else we got for Aquarius? Something about 2 seasons. Whether you're watching something on Netflix and it's like, oh, this got 2 seasons already, or Something's going to happen in 2 seasons. Or maybe that's in your birthday, because we're technically still in Sagittarius. Those 2 seasons by your birthday could be important. You found new love, okay? But somebody could be walking away because they feel like they're vindicated from a situation. You also may need to walk away from somebody who's straining you in or who is vindictive, okay? Quick defending the situation. Somebody lost a good referral or they're about to. So somebody could have a business or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, somebody could have referred them to someone else and they didn't. You could be starting or retwisting your locks. You could be someone that's going to cosmetology school, or you're helping someone else do their hair. You could be realizing that you gave someone more credit than they deserve, and you never thought that they would know, or they never thought that you would know. Someone's getting released from jail. Make the best decision for yourself, or you need to reject some type of blackmail and make some type of decision for yourself, or you're going to be doing something nonstop if you don't. There's someone around you who's positive and or energetic. You could be meeting their family and or their friends, or that's how you meet them, is doing something with your family or your friends, or just kind of doing something you feel like, oh, okay, well, I was going to go be with my family and friends, and now I'm going to spend time with you. This can be somebody that you end up having new sex positions with. But be careful, because somebody could also be trying to do some type of smear campaign because they feel like they're out of time when it comes to getting you pregnant or getting a baby out of you. They could be trying to hack your phone and or try to invade your privacy. All right, who's trying to invade your privacy, Aquarius? Whether you're a masculine or a feminine. This could be a Pisces, heavy on the water sign. Cancer's heavy on the Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. This could be you, Aquarius, doing this to them, and or a Leo. All right. They got into your phone. Who has the baby fever, or who wants you to have baby fever so that way they can get pregnant or pregnant by you? Aquarius, this could be you, heavy on the Aquarius, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, a Leo, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Libra. All right. Who's going through some type of black? Who's going through some type of black? Somebody feels like this is going to destroy them completely. So maybe they feel like, okay, well, I need to be honest about some type of separation. I need to be honest about a situation that's unchanged. And hopefully that will help me endure a situation. They could be going to court, or they're trying to court or seduce someone. But the person that they're trying to do so is not going into their emotions, or it's not really helping them. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm on the verge of something breaking free or something finding out anyway. So somebody's going to confess only a little bit because they don't want the other details to come out about who they were sleeping with, and or about what happened after some type of breakup. They could have been involved with a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Gemini, Aquarius, a Cancer, or a Leo. All right, who's positive and energetic? You're meeting their friends and family. Or somebody's like, oh, I'm positive that my family and my friends will like you. This could be a Libra, heavy on the Libra, a Pisces, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Scorpio. Okay. Somebody is positive that you should meet them and or that they will like you and embrace you. You receive multiple signs not to do something. What are you not supposed to be doing? You don't need to be depriving yourself, and or you don't need to be absent of something, okay? So be careful. If you try to end someone else and or control the way that they talked or the way that they said something, you receive multiple signs not to do something. You try to cause someone to be despair and or sad and cause them to be silent. But in the process of this, they were able to heal. And now they're about to go through some type of karma in their face. Maybe they're even sleeping with someone. They could be sleeping with someone who got some type of money, or that's going to allow them to get out of some type of energy. Flip the roles. So if they receive multiple signs like this, do something. What's going to be happening nonstop for Aquarius? Maybe you're going on a flight. You could be meeting an earth sign or a Gemini, a Taurus, Libra, or Capricorn. Libra, that is not an earth sign. A Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or a Gemini. Heavy on a Gemini, but I said Libra, so they could be out here as well. You could find that somebody is secure and or grounded. They like to take time off and or meditate. But this is also giving, some type of like sexual healing. So maybe somebody wants to go and y'all go nonstop. I don't know. Somebody feels like, okay, this is going to help me restore some type of pressure and or attention. I don't know. Get out your business. Okay. Who's getting rejected for Aquarius? This could be you, Aquarius. This could be a Scorpio. This could be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Libra. Okay, and you may need to have to hold it together because it's a chance that somebody could roll with the dice. But at the end of the day, they feel like, okay, well, this is just going to stimulate a situation that I'm going to have to move on from, and they don't want to give into it. So it's like, oh, well, you have a good time with someone, you have good vibes, it feels good. And it's like, oh, well, let's move this into another situation. And like, yeah, no, thank you. And like, well, why? Why are you rejecting me? Because they feel like they're out of time, or they just feel like it's not the scenario with you that they want to invest in. All right, who's getting released from jail? This could be a Libra, a Pisces, a Virgo, a Leo, a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Libra, or a Scorpio. All right. Who lost a good referral? This could be a Virgo, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or an Aquarius. Somebody lost a good referral because they were uncertain of a situation and how something was going to alleviate their suffering. They should have looked at the fine print, but it feels like that they wasn't being as disciplined as they should be. There also could be somebody in your family, somebody that needs some type of patience, either a child, somebody that has a dog, somebody in your family that's going through some type of problem, or they're about to. They could be going through some type of separation. If this is not about a marriage, this could be like they're losing their job, they're losing their home, there's some type of contract or something they're being separated from. All right, Aquarius, let's move on. There could be a government program that could help you when it comes to a scenario or a situation. Something about Jody or baby boy could be important. There's a Pisces around for sure. And you shouldn't do something because they're not ready and they can't handle it. Someone could be an accountant, or maybe you work with a sale, or maybe you need to look at your finances or your bank account in order to move forward. You need to keep and or raise your boundaries at this moment. You do have grace, favor, and or mercy. Something about a floral arrangement. My condolences if you lose someone, but maybe somebody's just sending you some type of flowers, or you're buying yourself some type of flowers. Give someone a boost, or someone's going to give you a boost, especially if you've been innocent or you have someone that's young around you. You do have some type of privilege, or you're about to see it and or get a lot of attention. Something coming in is going to make you happy, okay? You're not really giving something your all, and that's why. There could be an interracial relationship out here. Someone's looking at good, but they're not going to allow you to spin the block. Somebody's going to say no. Oh, my condolences. I didn't even see this. Somebody's child or baby could have passed away. Whose is this? Whose child? All right, this could be a Scorpio's child, a Gemini, a Leo, a Virgo, a Libra, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Libra. So my condolences if this is your child. Okay, and maybe you feel like your house feels empty, or something just feels like something is just like a dead end. But there may be some type of expansion or something that comes towards you that allow you to kind of work or use that energy for something else. All right, let's move forward. After Aquarius, we got Pisces. Pisces been popping out in everybody's reading today. Like, almost everybody's. Especially air signs. What's going on with Pisces? You could be dealing with a Libra, a Scorpio, a Virgo, an Aries, a Capricorn. So right now, it feels like you have some type of confidence. You're independent, or you know that you can do something by yourself. But at the same time, as you're going through the process, there's some type of fear of the unknown. It's like, okay, well, I don't know if I'm playing it safe, or let me make sure I can play it safe. That way I can have some type of resource. I don't want to push myself too far. There also could be something that you're trying to develop that you feel like you have no control over. Something about you taking pictures could be important, or there was something that was important, or there was something that was caught on camera. Like photography, or you do something behind the camera or in front of the camera. You also may be confident that somebody around you don't really have a choice when it comes to a resource or something that they can obtain for themselves. You feel like somebody is going through a negative phase and or a negative cycle. Make sure this is not having you have some type of disregard for a consequence, or making you unpredictable to say something or do something, because this person actually may be stabilizing in the background. This could be an earth sign or a fire sign masculine. They could already have a child. And maybe it feels like they have some type of routine, or they're trying to make sure that they hit some type of milestone, or they're able to celebrate. There could be somebody, an earth sign or air sign around them, that disregards some type of consequence, or that's burnt out. And this person may present an opportunity to provide a resource towards them or for them. And although this is a bad luck, or this is not allowing them to break some type of cycle, this allows a person that you know to reach some type of personal goal. And although you feel confident in them being able to play, or them being young and immature, whatever the desire that they have for you, they may feel like this is unfinished, or it's just like, okay, well, they're not sure where this is going. They do have some type of desire that's still going to be there, but they're going to be lying about another situation. This could be regarding somebody in their past, or somebody that they had a baby with, or somebody that had in a codependency situation with, somebody that didn't tell you the truth about their relationship. If this is you, maybe you desire them and you're lying about your past and how you're dating or how you're still codependent on that person. Something's going to be brought out to light. Something's going to be clear as day when it comes to it. Somebody also may say like you, okay, well, you had fun or you celebrated something and this was out of ego, or you played the background on purpose, and that you need to be overwhelmed, or you need to be overwhelmed. Damn, who wants you to be overwhelmed, Pisces? This could be a Leo, heavy on a Leo, a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Gemini, an Aries. Somebody wants you to be overwhelmed. And or confused about your finances, about your stability, and or where you're going. And maybe right now you're just trying to get some type of stability, or you're just trying to get some type of structure for yourself. And that way you can avoid something from changing and you having to make a hard decision. It's like, okay, well, as long as I can work day to day or do something for myself, I don't have to move back in with my mom. I don't have to go back to my hometown. There's something that you're trying to avoid. And you could be lying like you're happy and that, oh, everything is good, you're having fun. But then you feel like once you log off of work or whenever you are not around other people, there's some type of emotions that comes out. You start to feel moody about something not working, and or you start to have some type of doubt about yourself, or you manipulate yourself out of doing something fun or exploring yourself. There also could be somebody in your past that you used to sleep with, or somebody that you were dating that you know that this is toxic. And you may feel like you don't really have a choice when it comes to them, and you feel like you're burnt out. But at the same time, they can just say and do whatever they want to, and you're still allowing them to be around. Be careful when it comes to your personal choices right now. This could be related to your home, your job, and or your relationships, Pisces. Let's get another spread for y'all. How y'all feeling? Okay, so you're feeling embarrassed, or you're feeling like there's something that's discrediting you, or you don't really have the recognition or the success that you thought that you would. You're feeling like something is bullshit, there's something that's going to be limited, or there's only but so much that you can pour into, or so much that you can do. You don't recognize something about your home, your stability, and or your milestone right now. And although you're still able to communicate clearly, it seems like you don't really know if you should invest more into it. There also could be somebody that's a couple that's around you. Who am I talking to? Pisces. There could be a Libra, a Virgo, a Gemini, a Taurus, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, or just somebody that's wanting to present a relationship to one of these signs. They feel like they had something between y'all, and that was a stable opportunity. But it could only go so far, or there's some type of resource that's needed for y'all to continue. And so they may reach out to someone else and figure out if this is a relationship, or maybe you're trying to figure out if someone has already done so, if they took an offer to someone else. But you could be trying to, I don't know, Pisces, this is giving some type of get back. I'm going to give you what I got. This is like, okay, well, since my baby daddy want to be unstable and they want to go and talk to someone, even if they're not, they act like they want to or whatever. They didn't invest in something, but they was communicating. I'm going to go talk to that person's baby daddy or that person's baby mama. Oh, child, Pisces. I don't know. You may not be doing this, but somebody could be trying to do this to you. Example, somebody's trying to come and talk to you and date you, but they're only doing this because they feel like the person that they were dating was dating your ex or dating somebody that you know. Who's doing this? This could be a Virgo. This could be a Gemini. This could be a Libra, a Cancer, a Leo, Aquarius, or an Aries. Okay, so maybe you're dating, or maybe you dated this Gemini, you dated this Virgo, you dated this Aries, this Libra, this Cancer, this Leo, and somehow who did you sleep with? Okay, you could have slept with another water sign, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, heavy on the Sagittarius, a Pisces. Somebody could have slept with someone of the same sex, or a Cancer. Or they slept with somebody else, and now you want to go double back against somebody. It's like you're trying to get your tit for tat, basically. And something feels embarrassed when it comes to this relationship because y'all both shouldn't be doing this. Just so that way you can feel like you got the leg up on the other person. There needs to be some type of clear boundary, or y'all need to figure out what y'all doing with this relationship. Somebody needs to come clean and or just drop the issue. Somebody also feels embarrassed by who they committed to or what they were doing. It's like, okay, we hit this milestone. We made this big move. We made this big decision, and we were satisfied doing so. But now we have to come clean and or rethink our approach because there was some type of deception. And there's somebody around who has some type of clear thinking, who's not really caring about the finances or whatever, or how, you know, they can be supported or bought out of a situation. It's like, okay, well, how do we figure out what we do next, or who can we take an offer to, or what relationships do we have that we can still stabilize and or utilize to get out of something? Somebody made a bad investment, and although, again, it seemed stable initially, now it looks like it's small potatoes and they shouldn't have took it. They shouldn't have done it. Okay. There also could be somebody that you're in school with, or somebody that you work with, somebody that's either you're trying to learn from, or somebody that should be learning from you, or whatever the case may be. This could definitely be an earth sign. They have some type of business, or they have some type of structure to them where they're able to get resources, or they're able to make their own money. There may be some type of diversity, or there's some type of conflict that they're trying to avoid right now. But they could be going through some type of separation, or they're going to have to be obedient to some type of bad choice, or because of they made a bad choice. So they're going to have to follow some type of rules and or guidelines. And maybe either you're going to separate from them, or you're going to be like, okay, well, I'm trying to hold back from anything that's going to make me heartbroken. Maybe you thought that this issue was based off of somebody else. And you're like, okay, well, they're not around you because of someone else. But it's not. It's based off of a choice that they made for themselves. They did. And maybe they didn't tell you the full story when it comes to it, or what action they was going to have to take to get out of it. Okay. Now, you could be feeling a little thrown off right now, Pisces, or you're around another water sign or air sign who is. Somebody's feeling like, okay, well, I don't really have anybody that can work with me, or I have to do something alone, and I have to hold back so that way I can save and or have a property, I have a job, I have a car, I need to do something by myself. And so you could be sad because you feel like you're separating from somebody that you love, or somebody that was supposed to be in some type of relationship with you, but they have some type of fear of commitment, or they detach from you because they feel like something is a bad choice and they want to overcome some type of adversity for themselves. Now, you are going to hit some type of stability, or you're going to be able to pay for something or contribute to something for yourself as long as you continue to develop and or learn. But you're also going to be paying into something that's stable. As you do so, you're going to realize that you're wasting money, or that you could be paying into something that's even more stable for you. You're going to be able to afford it. There's something that's coming towards you, so you'll be able to kind of get out of this situation. Example, it's like somebody's like, okay, well, as long as I DoorDash every day, as long as I make money every day, I can pay for this hotel. But I'm spending a whole lot of money paying for this hotel, even though it's stable. It's a stable resource for me. They always got a room. They always got something, you know, food or whatever the case may be. But you feel like, okay, well, as long as you're being logical, or as long as you can find a smart decision, you can pay for an apartment. You can pay for something that's coming towards you. And it is coming towards you. You are going to be able to stabilize. So congratulations. There also could be somebody around you that's getting married. You can be somebody that works in wedding venues, or maybe you just know somebody that's getting married. Something is one-sided when it comes to this marriage, and somebody's going to come clean about what they want and or how it needs to go in order for them to continue with this offer and or this marriage. This also could be like a business offer. It's like, okay, well, I talked to my wife and I talked to my husband, and they feel this some type of way. So unless we get this, or unless we do this, we're not going to pay into this, or we're not going to agree for this. And so that may make you feel a little thrown off because maybe you already invested money into this business or into whatever this is, and it doesn't work out the way that you want. All right, Pisces, let's get another message. What else we got for y'all? Your attention could be divided. If not now, this could be happening by Aquarius season. There also could be an Aquarius around you that has this all men, all women mindset. So even if you try to give them the benefit of a doubt, give them some of your time, it's going to be worse than what you're thinking or what they're saying. When it comes to a situation, somebody could have married a hoe, or you're going to marry one if you get into it with this Aquarius. Somebody just don't like you, even if you look sexy. They just don't, okay? Somebody also could be an internet thug. It's like, how old are we, and how can we bully other people that is our same age? Just get over it, all right? Don't shoot the messenger when it comes to a situation or something that you hear or feel triggered by. There could be a boys or girls trip that's coming up. Somebody could be listening into a conversation and figuring out what's really going on and or is dreading it. It's like, okay, well, I know that my person low-key could be a cheater, or they could be a flirt, and I hate hate hearing about them about to go somewhere else with somebody else that looks sexy or that looks good or whatever the case may be. There could be some type of expansion at work, so congratulations. Something is worse than what they're saying, but they could be trying to compare their trauma to, or their pain to someone else or to an old scenario. It's like, well, yes, I did that and it's worse, or yes, the charges are worse, but there's somebody else in my background that did this, or there's somebody else that you should focus on that did this, or they're trying to divert themselves. You're going somewhere, but you're not telling anyone, and maybe you're getting your body right before you do so. Again, you could have triggered somebody recently that had mutual feelings about a situation and or a person. You could realize there's a masculine around you that's bitter, and they had terrible sex, and this is why they're coming back to see you to see if they can get some from you. All right, who is the bitter masculine for Pisces? This could be a masculine that's a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Taurus, so heavy on the earth sign, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, or a Leo. This man is bitter right now. Let's see. Why are they bitter? They could be mad because somebody that they thought was naive is having a new sex partner, or they have a fresh start with someone and it doesn't feel like a burden. They don't like this. They're overly stressed because they feel like, okay, well, this person is going to release me, and I've been trying to support them or make them seem like I'm someone that can give into them. And now they're indecisive on who they can breadcrumb next. So somebody's bitter because they were trying to play someone and it didn't work out. Okay, who had terrible sex and they're coming towards you now? This could be this earth sign again, this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this Leo, this Gemini. Okay, we got the earth sign, the Aquarius, and or Libra. Somebody had terrible sex, so they're coming towards you to see if they can get some good sex from you. Who did you trigger recently, Pisces? This could be a Leo, a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Leo, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Gemini. Or somebody triggered you. Flip the roles. Somebody could be on your body bad. They feel like you look really good or you're getting your body back right. Who is this? This could be an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Libra, a Capricorn, or a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. All right, when are you going somewhere, but you're not telling someone? This could be happening in a fire sign season. So maybe either Aries or a Leo season. You may be in your emotions in your birthday or by your birthday. There may be some type of cleanse that you end up doing. Somebody's child or baby could have passed away. That also came out for who? Who did we just do? Aquarius? Somebody could have had a child with an Aquarius, or this happens in Aquarius season. Aquarius did pop out here as well as Pisces. This also could be a Pisces. It could be you. My condolences. An Aries, a fire sign, or a Virgo. You could have had a child with them, okay? You could be listening in on a conversation. Is this going to help you? It could. Somebody feels like they have the freedom and the excitement to explore. But again, you already know how this person acts, or when they're in a situation where they feel like, okay, well, somebody is beautiful or somebody is comforting and or nurturing, they become immature. There's some type of disappointment that happens, and then they feel like they can recover from it afterwards. So you're listening in because you're already trying to figure out what someone got going on when it comes to some type of trip. All right, don't shoot the messenger when it comes to what? What is Pisces needs to know? All right, so there's somebody around you who lacks some type of direction. They're going to procrastinate you and or create some type of conflict. This is because they have some type of deep-seated fears, and or the situation is going to get worse to where you feel like, okay, well, I need to trust myself to get completely out of this. There also could be some type of bad news when it comes to your career, and this may put you like, okay, well, I'm standing on the last leg when it comes to this. You know that this is going to bring some type of upward trend, but at the point in time that it is happening, you kind of want to sit back and or ignore it. It's like you want to go ghost instead of learning how to walk away from a situation or how to get out of some type of manipulation or scenario. All right. So somebody may come towards you and be like, oh, well, you know, don't hate me, but I'm going to say this or I'm going to do this. And then you may not know how to respond to it or whatever the case may be. Who's the internet thug for Pisces? Who's trying to be a bully? Okay, this could be a Cancer, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Libra for sure, a Virgo, an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Somebody's trying to be an internet thug, or somebody feels like you are. Why are they trying to bully you? Because they feel like there's something that they thought was going to be successful that's not successful. There's some type of delay, or there's something that they feel like is not finished, and they feel like they're feeling sad by it. But instead of releasing some type of pain, they feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to overindulge, or I'm going to go and try to rain on somebody else's parade. And maybe they feel like you're doing something too much, right? So it's like, oh, well, I don't want you online. I don't want you doing something. I don't want you recovering. So let me come towards you and make sure I can make your situation toxic or make you feel bullied. Somebody's trying to do this on purpose. And they feel like you have some type of clarity to you about how they need to recover or what they need to do when it comes to balancing out something that they do too much. And they're holding back on doing it. They don't want to do it. And at the same time of them not wanting to do it, they're walking away from something that's working for them, and or they're walking away from their passion. So somebody's trying to bully you based off their own life and experience. Okay, who thinks you look sexy, Pisces? This could be a Libra, another water sign, heavy on the Libra. This could be a Virgo. But you could feel like it's a situation, a Capricorn, Aquarius. Somebody could feel like the situation is still unbalanced. It's like, okay, well, as much as I want to flirt with you or offer something to you, I know it's not really going to go anywhere. They feel like this is actually going to lead to some type of punishment and or destruction. And so they rather just surrender and or let go. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you look good, but surrender and or let go. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you look good, but